There you go. Now try.
Is that big enough for you?
Yeah, or you can make it full screen or that screen, whichever you want to do.
But if I do full screen, it goes back to this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that window
this
up
is
there
okay?
is great.
Okay. So then I have to... I keep forgetting which way is what.
Yeah.
Let me put... Can you see that? If it's there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think I made new glasses. That's okay.
Do you have like a clipboard or something like that I could just put here to move the mouse? Or a book. A book would be fine.
Thank you so much for 100 bits, Paige.
Happy stream anniversary. I have to get ready for work, but wanted to pop in and say hi.
Hey!
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I hope your day's been going well. So let me find out.
Or like a book would be fine.
When you sit that low, you look so low on the camera.
Well, yeah.
Let me see if I can lower this a little bit.
I don't have to lower it. I'm trying to hide my flub. So
You don't have any flub.
I have lots of flub.
Okay, so let me find a book.
New game. Are we playing this on Master?
Yes, we will be playing this on Master.
Oh, sorry, I should have waited. I forgot to do the little intro things.
I'll be back.
You're gonna miss the intro!
I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll let you read the thing.
I was giving you a book.
Yeah. Give me that Dr. Seuss book.
It's soft back. It's not hard back.
Then the one next to it. That big one. The big blue one.
My yearbook?
Oh, I thought.
Or are you talking about this?
Yeah, that one.
This is The Lost Files of Nancy Drew.
Fitting! Got this from Mr. K's. There we go. Alright, read the thing. Julie,
Nancy.
do the thing.
I got your contact info through a friend of mine, Moira Chisholm. I think you did some good sleuthing work with her in Scotland not too long ago.
Is that the lady from The Silent Spy?
Yeah. First, some background on yours truly. You could officially call me a locator of fine goods, per se. Nice things get lost, nice things stay buried for a while. I find the nice things, I get a piece of the pie. In other words, I'm a treasure hunter. Currently, I'm in Iceland in a small town called Skipbrot. When I first arrived, the Hurlakide was beached nearby with a long-standing rumor about a treasure concealed somewhere within this old merchant ship. The ship's pretty important to the citizens of Skipbrot, and they hold a festival every year to celebrate the year it crashed on their shores. Why celebrate a shipwreck? Don't ask me. I helped to restore the ship along with my business partner, Magnus Killianson, under two conditions. Number one, I would be entitled to a portion of any treasure found, and number two, we couldn't begin a formal search until this year's festival was finished. We dolled the ship up all pretty, polished the hull, and Magnus planned to sail it in to commemorate the festival's start date. But when the ship arrived, empty. No Magnus, no sign of a struggle, nothing. He's just gone. I think Magnus is up to something shady. I think he found the treasure, and now I want you to find him. I've booked you on the next flight into Reykjavik. A car will take you to Skipbrot. I'll meet you in town. Bon voyage, Dagny Silva.
Phew, finally made it to town. Oh, it's freezing out here.
It's freezing
Hi there.
out here.
Are you Miss Silva?
Finally, she arrives. I think I'm half made of ice at this point. So, you're Nancy,
I don't remember
huh?
very much about
I'm
this
Dagny.
game.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm part of the ship restoration team, the one who called you in. You can call me Boss Lady if you want. Or my queen. Or Dagny, whatevs.
Let's go with Dagny for now and work our way up to the big stuff.
I love the
Can I
snow
help?
effect.
Yes. Find my missing, skeeving, backstabbing business partner, Magnus.
Why does it seem like it's so laggy? the animation.
I'm sensing you're a little stressed out about this.
Ugh, I'm so mad I've been an
Yeah,
inch
I don't
away
know
from
why
setting
it's so
this town
laggy.
on fire.
On fire? Are you okay?
What?
Oh, just the fire comment. I thought...
Metaphors, Nancy. Keep up with me here.
If you're comfortable,
So
you can
listen,
turn the fan
right
on
now
if
I'm
you want.
focused on this town,
I'm comfortable,
Gibraltar.
but I like
There's
it
this
here.
ship
Are you cold?
in town that was being
I'm fine.
rebuilt.
Okay, then I'm
Real
gonna keep it
old,
as it
18th
is.
century. I offered to sponsor the rebuilding project to get the ship floating again. Mostly because I'm super nice and cool like
It
that.
is laggy.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Also because there's a rumor about treasure on board worth millions. Magnus, the man in charge of the project, and my business partner promised we'd
why is
find
it like
and
that?
split the earnings.
What the heck?
I don't know.
But he's gone missing now?
Yep. And left me looking like a fool.
When did he vanish?
He disappeared sometime before our ship crashed into the harbor. They say he must have fallen in the water, but the guy sails for a living. You know what sailors don't do? Drown.
I get it. You think he ran off with the gold then?
After enough time in the biz, a girl knows when she's being backstabbed. If he did find the treasure, I need you to track down Magnus and make him play fair.
And if I find the treasure, I'll
Seems
find
fine when
Magnus.
it's smaller chunks of dialogue.
Yes.
Yeah.
The key to finding the treasure is learning about that ship.
So, everything's interconnected. Sounds like I've got my work cut
I wonder
out
if it's
for
my
me.
laptop or
Can I
how
take a look
the
at
weird
ship?
installation
Technically,
happened. I
yes.
don't know.
Maybe.
Awesome. How do I get on board?
By not being me, apparently. Elizabeth controls the ship, and she hates my guts. She removed the gangway to my ship that I paid for.
Did she give you a reason?
Oh, something about her family line and ancient blood feuds and murders and, you know, normal boring stuff. Talk to Soren, the festival organizer. He'll make sure she lets you on.
Ooh.
What do people in town think about Magnus's disappearance?
They're all like, ooh, the ocean is super dangerous in the winter, and ooh, hypothermia and blah, blah, blah. You know, Icelander stuff.
But without a body, you're still convinced he faked his death.
Yep, which apparently doesn't take a lot of work in Iceland.
How'd you meet Magnus?
I heard about the rumor of the treasure through my connections. Then I approached him. He's a hard guy to pin down, that Magnus. Turns out he's been looking for the treasure for years. I just happened to come in at an opportune moment.
What would Magnus do with the treasure?
Desperately wants to buy his own ship. He's a ship guy. Ship guys are like that.
So the ship he helped rebuild isn't his?
We funded it, but it's town property.
I'll let you go.
Toodles.
Yeah, it's weird that it's doing that. I hope it doesn't do that through the whole game.
Why would you be standing by a heat lamp when there's a door right there you could go in?
Good question. I think this game is
There's
beautiful.
her. Ancestors Festival. Ice Cave.
Completely unsupervised at breakneck speeds. Sign me up.
Yeah. At the Misty Skip. Gas not included. Safety equipment not included. Map not included.
Major injury, minor death.
Major death. Reindeer collision. Tree collision. Collision with non-tree or reindeer-like objects. General frustration with the snowmobile controls. Wolf attacks. Regret over life choices and or everlasting ennui. Please observe the proper safety protocols at all times. Willkommen. Isn't that, German?
Oh, that scared me. I hope you enjoy your pizza for dinner. just makes like ship noises.
Knots. Remember Charleston Landing when we did that knot thing that's by the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'd hate to be on the chopping end of one of those blades.
The only thing that's gonna be hard for me is when I play the newer games on like senior.
Yeah.
I don't know them as well because I haven't played them as many times.
Yeah.
So they're harder.
Misty skip. Delay. All activities have been postponed.
Everything in the gift shop is available for purchase.
Ooh. You don't have any money.
Udder Pops.
Sounds good, Coco. Yeah, it's all my cheese balls.
Soren's using the desk right now.
It's you. It's a Coco Kringle.
I need to match each sail to its name.
No, no. No. I don't know. I don't think I know any of these.
We can find something to help us.
Okay. Okay,
Hi
let's
there.
talk to this.
I'm looking for Soren.
You must be Nancy.
It is.
I'm
It's laggy.
Soren, the organizer of the Ancestors
Yeah.
Festival. I run the Culture Center here in Skipro.
I
Do
don't
you
know
think
why.
it's because it's up
Nice
here
to
on the
meet you.
screen?
Can you
It
help me
might
get onto
be.
the ship?
Ah,
Do you
the
want me to
Hermit.
pause it and we move it back down? Let's try this.
Is Elizabeth not manning
Nope.
the gangway?
It's still the
The
same.
gangway's missing, unfortunately.
Oh, dear. Well, that's highly unusual.
Other way. I don't know why. It's kind of confusing me.
I'll take care of it straight away for you. Elizabeth is a rose, truly. But she does have thorns.
Like, it's kind of annoying me.
Yeah. Do you want me to save it? And we...
Yeah.
Let's just save it. Iceland. What do you want to name it?
Whoa!
What do you want to name it?
Thank you so much for subbing for 32 months, Tom. How are you? Tom was my very first follower ever, and so I feel it fitting for him to be here on my 5-year stream anniversary. Tolland Drew. I like that. Yeah, I'll close it up.
Should I just quit here? No, we just saved it.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to find out what's going on here. I'm going to disconnect this.
Lost files. It's a cute book.
How have you been?
If we have to play on here, that's fine. We've done it plenty of times.
Yeah. Crud, where's the game?
Dare to play.
Oh, hang on. Uh-oh. Did I break it by not moving it back?
No, I have to work it.
Because I can't get it. See, it keeps going over there. Oh, no.
Just plug it back in. It'll pop up. Now, open it. It's just no, it's on the edge of the thing. Other way. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. We could do it like this, maybe?
Yeah,
See if it
let's
works.
try that.
Please don't lag.
What do you think happened to Magnus?
I admit I haven't the faintest idea. That man's mind is a hive of mysteries, an enigma, an impenetrable den.
So you two never really talked?
An understatement.
It seems better.
It does
The
seem
man
better.
hardly spoke 10 words to me the entire time I knew him.
Okay.
I do hope he's all right, though.
So you can still use that screen
If
to
he were
watch
to
though
turn
if
up,
you want.
say, less than alive, it would spell bad news for me. I'm already disliked.
Oh,
And it
you
would
know,
only
COVID
show the
life.
others how easy it is to make
Lost
someone
my grandma.
disappear.
I'm so sorry. Also, my chat is not updating.
Mouse is being weird.
What is this place?
This is my battle station. The place where I endeavor to fight my way through the thickest mysteries of Icelandic history. Here, confusing
just kidding.
ancient shipwrecks
That's
and
lagging
obscure
again.
writings from millennia past
Seems
are
like any
converted
time that there's
into
a-
knowledge and
Where you
truth.
can fast forward the thing.
Oh, let's try
It
this
also-
then.
Fast combo off.
Because we're not going to skip anything.
I have swords.
Maybe that will fix it.
So, you're a historian, archaeologist?
A bit of both. I dabble. I spent some years at Harvard pursuing my doctorate in Viking history before returning to Skiprot for research. I'm one of the only few to ever travel in this town.
no.
Everyone here should try it sometime.
Ugh.
Really
Let me
shakes
try
up
one
the
more
old
thing
bag
too
of
because now my
prejudices.
chat is also not working.
Okay.
I guess that explains why you don't have much of an accent.
Well, puh.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? Everything is breaking. I can't even...
What if it's just because you've stayed live for this long and you didn't break it up?
Yeah, it's updating on my stream. It's not updating in my chat box where I monitor chat. I don't want to break it up though.
No. I know.
Okay, there. That's working.
I just don't know what to do about this.
Lag in the
Lag.
game.
It may be because you've been streaming for so long, which if you're okay just kind of muscling through it now, then maybe the next time we stream it won't be doing that.
Maybe when my computer's not been so...
Overworked for
Overworked.
this long.
Accent?
Is Firefox still running?
Quite.
It is, yeah.
Maybe you could close that and see if that helps. Just don't have anything else running in the background.
I have my bot going, but I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just muscle through. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Tell me about your research.
Sharp things. Ceremonial sharp things. Wedding spears. Funeral spears. New baby celebration daggers. Birthday
I want a new
axes,
baby celebration
congrats
dagger.
bows. Turns out, Vikings have a lot of weapons for every occasion. Nothing says I love you like a new murder tool. Most of these can be found on shipwrecks or near burial sites. Luckily, there are no lack of those in these parts, so I've got plenty of work to do. Old Gudrun over there is my favorite of all. She's a replica, not an original. I use her to knock icicles off the roof.
You would like a
Bye-bye.
birthday axe.
Well, on with
Update
it.
your wish lists, boys and girls.
This is like the sketchiest looking poster.
Everyone's gone quiet as Nancy's being played. That's okay. I know it's been a long day for everybody. I've been live for almost 7 hours now and still have 5 hours to go.
If this section
Now
of
my
the
green
original
screen's
ship
being
was
dumb.
removed, then maybe others were too.
What?
Now my green screen's being dumb. Can I fix it real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I might go heat up my dinner.
Okay. Sometimes it's fine, and then sometimes it's not fine. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
We are doing a 12-hour thingy, yep. See, I don't know how
Yeah,
to...
it just doesn't know what it wants to do.
My shirt will kind of disappear into things, but oh well. Okay,
Are you looking at this screen or that screen?
this one.
Okay. I feel like it looks weird if we're both looking in two different places, so I just want to see.
Maybe you're too far back, and that's why the green screen keeps acting up. Because the farther you lean back, the more it does it.
My knees won't fit under this thing. That's why I tried to lower my seat. My knees are too tall. So that's all
I
you
wonder
get.
if I can move the screen back farther then. Is that better?
Just this corner right here.
And let's scoot this way. That's better. It's just seeing this game again makes me want to play some more indie. Aw, well you should.
I don't remember where to go. I want to go to the pub. I know there is one.
That's down toward the water and then to the left.
There?
To the right.
Good day.
What are your favorite indie games,
Hi
V
there.
and
I'm
Holland? Mine is
investigating a
Secret of
recent
Shadow Ranch.
disappearance. My name's Nancy Drew.
Speak up, girl.
I think
My
mine.
name's Nancy Drew.
Louder!
I said my name's Nancy
Okay, be safe, Brandon.
Drew.
Mind your ship, flag, and temper. Looks like we got a real angry one here. Name's Gunnar, but you can call me Gunnar. The skip is my home.
Oh,
What's your favorite Nancy Drew game?
Oh, I think mine would be Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, you're changing your favorite?
Yeah.
It was Thornton Hall.
It was for a long time, but then when I replayed Legend of the Crystal Skull, I think I like it better.
Oh.
What is beeping on my watch? Buzzing. It's not beeping, actually. I'm gonna go heat up my food, because
Okay.
I'm really hungry.
Okay. I will sit here and chat with the people.
Okay. I can get up. I'm getting too old. I will be back.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, in a little bit. It's not even 5 o'clock, so. My top 5 favorite games in the Nancy Drew series would be Shadow Ranch as number 1. Number 2 is Shadow at the Water's Edge. Number 3 is Ghost of Thornton Hall. Number 4 is Labyrinth of Lies. And number 5 is The Phantom of Venice. Those are my top 5 games. And I know yours is Captive Curse, right? I'm a sucker for this one because I really like Iceland. I really want to go to Iceland one day. I think it looks beautiful. Why does that keep doing that? It's worse. I don't know. I don't know how to fix this stupid thing. It's really starting to bother me. Is that better? Hi, Volturnium. Like I said earlier, you have to be a regular in the channel in order to be eligible for the giveaway. So that means that you need to have been following me for more than 24 hours and chat regularly in my stream.
How do you determine if someone's been chatting regularly?
The bot does.
Oh, so I probably wouldn't even be eligible then.
No. Like somebody who has chatted before in my stream.
Oh, gotcha.
So that way a rando can't come in here and get prizes from people who have been supporting me for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, sorry, I think I bumped this.
Mm-hmm. Let me move
No,
this.
it's still...
Yeah, let me move this.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
I wouldn't trust indie games with languages, and especially pronunciation. That's true. Oh, you need to open the game again.
Did you know Magnus?
Sure did. Never liked him.
Any reason you didn't like him?
He was too tall. Too poetic.
Too tall.
To cry into your guitar and mourn for the sea. Always quiet, always thinking, too soft, beard too short, coat too long, eyelashes too full.
So I take it you weren't
You can
friends.
also enter the giveaway by
Gunnar
bribing
doesn't
Holland.
need friends.
Yes.
Already have
Okay.
2 mug and chair.
Are you a sailor?
Was long ago. I gave up the sea for good, and I'll never sail again.
You still look like a sailor to me.
What does a sailor look like?
It's a certain quality. I can't quite place it.
Worn? Broken? Bitter? The sea chewed me up and spat me back out, and I lost every pig in her waves. You are too delicate.
Why do they all sound German?
I bet you'd not last 1 minute against
think it
some of the
sounds
gales
German.
I've sailed.
I'm finding that these days I'm surprisingly hard to kill.
Well, we'll see about that, detective, won't we?
What was the game before this one?
I hate the water. Hate the smell
the
of
game
it.
before this
the
one was
sound
Labyrinth
of
of
it
Lies.
won't ever return.
Did Magnus ever say anything about the treasure?
I might have.
Don't want to tell me?
Lot of nerve, girl. Go away.
Oh, he kicked us out.
No, we didn't. We just backed away.
Gunnar sounds more Scandinavian than Icelandic to me, and he doesn't even pronounce his name correctly.
I probably shouldn't be back there.
Gunnar, I'm going to be spending all my time on the ship over the festival weekend. As a reminder, here are the rules in my absence. All mugs and dishes must be cleaned. Customers must be served promptly, yes, even if they're tourists. No calling customers weak-spined ninny faces. No challenging customers to fights. Yes, this includes arm wrestling as discussed. All fish must be cleaned at the cleaning station outside, not in the middle of the bar. No bellowing. Thank you, Elizabeth.
What are these?
I don't know.
What? That's so much money.
This is so neat. I wish I could play these.
Wow. You're a musician. Giveaway bribes Holland with stranger danger candy. Hi, Riddy. Secrets can kill you. Can walk into the kitchen with no repercussions.
Not now.
Oh, is he mad? He's mad at me?
Yes.
I'll just steal some things. Want that.
Wouldn't need the help if you'd leave the blasted ship alone for a night.
I need to stay on board. That means you need to pull your weight for once.
I won't leave my chair for no tourist. If they want a drink, they can use the tap themselves. Their hands ain't broken. Can't you leave well enough alone and come back to the skip, girl? The ship isn't going anywhere. It's trashed.
I have something I still need to do. Of course you'd be selfish about helping me. Just like always.
Are you hiding something now, girl? Something you're keeping from old Gunnar?
Ugh! Fine! Sit there in that stupid chair for all I care. There'll be no service at the Misty Skip tonight. Happy now?
Eavesdropping. Nancy Drew's specialty. Skip brat just makes me think of in Shrek. The town's called Duloc.
Yeah.
I can't think of that without hearing those little kids singing that song.
You can look at the tablet on the bar too.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I did not see you look at it.
Hallo, fisker!
Have you met Dagny?
Who?
She's the woman involved with the Hirlik High's restoration. Brown hair, about yay high.
Ah, a tough little mink of a woman. Not bad in my book.
Did you see her the day of the ship crash?
Yeah, she was there, but I paid no attention to the mink.
You spend a lot of time in the pub, don't you? Why?
What kind of a question is that? Am I a lonely little man sitting in the pub crying over a tiny plate of pretty biscuits thinking about all the women I've ever lost and writing it all down in some wimpy little notebook? No! Then I would be Magnus. Me. I am a mountain wolf. I roam the wilds and I keep my own company. I am a predator.
I feel like this is not a thing you would say to somebody you just met.
So, about your fingers.
My lucky tree?
Is that what you call them?
Sure is. It's a long story. Now, there I was, out in the pitch black of night, with no sign of shore and only my fishing spear. Then suddenly, I saw a shadow. It was a mighty squid, the greatest hunter of them all. Few men have lived to see it and tell the tale. So I pulled out my spear, just a little too fast, mind you.
And that's how you lost your fingers?
Of course not! I threw the spear right overboard and I hauled that fellow into my net. Took all my weight just to keep him from wriggling free. But his strength proved too much for me. He gnashed his giant beak and, well, I was done for.
So the squid took your fingers?
No! Right as I thought I was dead, a massive shark leapt out of the waves and ate the squid. It was the sleeper shark, a solid 6 meters long with 4 rows of teeth. He bit my arm and pulled me under as I gasped for my last breath.
So it was a shark then?
No! I managed to punch
That
him
would
in
make
the
a
nose.
great
Did you
pumpkin
ever
carving.
fight a shark? You know how to punch him in the nose? He let me go, I swam like a merman and made it back to shore. 3 months later, I was in a wood shop accident. Lopped my fingers clean off.
At least it makes for a great story. I'll let you go.
Be gone with you.
Best storytelling.
An 8-legged horse.
Yeah.
Fun.
No, it doesn't, Nancy. That was horrible storytelling.
No, I don't want to go to sleep. I just got here.
Sleeping is just changing the tide. That's all it does.
Where? Oh, Thor's Hammer Hardware Store. Gladsheim Inn.
You can look at the little fish thing that you passed. That. Chaos at Skip Brook Commerce Meeting. A town hall meeting this week erupted into discord when a local fisherman caused a scene over what he calls a threat to core Icelandic values. Skip Brook citizen Gunnar Tonneson brought a written petition to the meeting, hoping to interrupt the board's vote on fiscal allocation for the annual Ancestors Festival. Tonneson described his petition as a serious attempt to maintain the sanctity and integrity of our town's history. Tonneson is well known as a local terror and maintains an active political presence against the Ancestors Festival. He was recently charged with sabotaging the past 2 years' festivals, a feat which the local police chief termed definitely the most offensive use of fermented shark and hot tar I've ever seen. Damages from those incidents are estimated to have totaled more than 12.4 million kroner. Tonneson has willfully refused to pay these fines, and authorities have speculated that his actions may escalate this year. Witnesses report that council member Soren Bergerson denied Tonneson's request to present his petition, at which point Tonneson threw a bottle at him. He's totally off his rocker, Bergerson told the Skip Brook anchor after the meeting was disbanded. He's clinging to the past out of sheer emotional attachment. That's how they all are here. They're terrified of change. In a perfect world, sure, the festival would always stay the same, but ticket sales are a constant struggle for us. My job is to take into consideration, at which point Bergerson was forced to duck as Tonneson threw a second bottle at him. You see, he shrieked, you see what I'm dealing with here? Would you like this?
No, I brought the lid for this up here, I thought, but we'll just set that on top of that. I don't know where I put it.
Another phone charm.
Whoop-de-doo.
He's not off his rocker, he's off his tumbler. This game definitely looks so good, and then we got Midnight in Salem. Yeah, the green screen's acting goofy with my shirt.
Who let you on board? If you're here for the festival, it's cancelled.
I didn't mean to intrude. I'd just like to have a look around, if that's okay. My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a visitor.
I know you're a tourist. We're a town of 300.
Yeah, I
I'm
have the
not a
bonus
tourist.
editions
I'm here
for
to
every game,
investigate.
starting with
Thanks
game.
for setting up that gangway for me, by the way.
The gangway was meant for Soren.
I don't remember, let me
I
look.
didn't know he planned to let strangers on board. Are you with that snake of a woman?
Should I say I'm working with Dagny?
Sure.
Or should I say it's complicated?
Starting with game 22, I have all of the bonus editions. I would say it's complicated.
Okay.
It's complicated.
If you're after just the gold, I want nothing to do with you. Leave.
Wait, I'm not after any treasure. I just want to help find Magnus.
Magnus?
Look, I think we might have gotten off on the wrong foot. Maybe I should start over. My name's Nancy. It's really nice to meet you.
I'm Elizabeth. I run a Misty Skip pub in town. What do you want with Magnus?
Oh, good. So you know him?
That's a question, isn't it? I thought I knew him. Maybe I was wrong.
Ooh, sounds like quite the mysterious guy.
It doesn't matter. I want nothing to do with him now. Or you.
Wouldn't you love a ship like this?
What do you think happened to Magnus? The current rumor is that he fell overboard.
My eyes
Do I
are
think
tired.
he's
I'm
drowned?
gonna go take my
Is that
contacts
what you're
out.
asking?
And I will be right back.
Okay.
Oh, here's the
I
lid.
didn't mean it that way.
I certainly
thank
hope
you.
so. Some people think he ran off with some old treasure. It may be a coincidence. It may not.
Dagny doesn't think it was a coincidence at all.
So, you've been talking to the others.
Just a bit here and there.
Even if the treasure were real, Magnus wouldn't be able to find it. He's completely oblivious. To the world. To everything. The man lives in a cabin in the mountains, too lofty to concern himself with human affairs.
Did Gunnar do anything unusual leading up to the festival?
Well, if you include the 2 festivals before this one, certainly. He ruined them single-handedly. Aside from that, only the usual threats. Gunnar swore he'd tie Magnus up and send him out to sea. Gunnar hates Magnus.
Hey, Elizabeth, may I borrow a snowmobile key?
Depends. Are you going to steal it?
Not this time. I think I'd have trouble fitting it into my carry-on luggage.
Here's the key. We have tourists take them every year. I'm watching you. Always use the provided seatbelt. Snow looks soft until you land head first.
I'll let you go.
This is a fictional
Bye now.
city that's supposed to be set like an hour outside, or not an hour, like 30 minutes outside of Reykjavik, Iceland.
Hey, get out of there!
But the town of Skipbrot is fictional, I do believe.
Yeah, let's just climb on up to the crow's nest. Look.
The Northern Lights.
Wow, that felt just like Assassin's Creed. I kind of remember this.
This radio looks new, but the key's missing. Only
I would love
Abby
to
and
see the
Magnus
Northern
have
Lights
radio
myself.
Keys, apparently.
Mass from tallest to shortest.
Let me get my notebook. Okay, I have these written.
Oh, okay. Got them all written down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, Susan. That's sweet of you to say. I like my glasses okay. I prefer being in contacts though, because I like wearing sunglasses. And wearing 2 sets of glasses is difficult. I never knew that book was here. Oh no. I wonder what would be bonus in mid if there had been a bonus edition. Maybe bonus falsified evidence to explain the judge's behavior. Maybe bonus disappointment.
Yeah. For real.
Did you go below deck yet?
No.
Oh. Go up 1 level and then go down the middle there.
Ah.
Bonus actual puzzles.
Ooh, this is really nice. We have to go deeper.
Fun fact, Skipbrot is Icelandic for shipwreck.
Dagny's been doing a little
I wish it
sleuthing
made the
of her own.
pancakes actually mean something. Well, the festival went downright horribly. I'm still scrambling to pick up the pieces. In light of recent events, the town's like a pressure cooker. Even Soren's starting to act weird. I'm keeping my luggage in his office for now, but that might have to change. I've changed my phone password to Scuttlebutt to throw him... Why would you write that down? Why would you write that down? Would you write that down? No. Saw Gunner with this old thing, won't let me get a look. Appears to be using it as a tea coaster, a typical Gunner. Maybe it's part of something else. Update, Gunner has taken to calling me mink. Looked it up, it's a type of whale. Cannot wait to get out of this town.
I would just love if somebody started calling me a whale. Just shoot me. If that were to happen.
Bonus, you get thrown in jail for playing the game because it's a major disappointment. Everyone, guess what? I changed my password. Here it is.
Good grief, it just goes down forever. Can't click anything.
Not yet. Mm-mm.
It won't turn on. Missing batteries, I think.
At least he wasn't saying, look at this big beluga in New York accent. What are you talking about, Britt? I don't even understand. Is that a reference to something?
Must be.
Look at me. I'm the king of New York.
You're so predictable.
Am I?
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's okay though.
There's another room to the left.
Oh, really?
No. Go up those steps. And then
Oh,
turn
yeah,
left.
yeah. I saw that one
Oh, okay.
earlier.
I made pancakes and have been running around all day with them jammed in my pockets.
Yes,
Even slog through
this
trippy
is
water.
where
Eat them now.
I would hang out. This is where I would be all the time.
Yeah, this is the captain's room.
I know! That's the point.
Oh. I see.
Land.
Did you watch the BDG video where he talks about Bowser's army?
They look really happy.
BDG? I'm trying to decipher what that means.
Can't click anything on this map.
Bowser's army?
I think I need to get all the wooden sections pressed down.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't remember because my brain is confused. Push that one! You did! I thought you were gonna mess it up. In that video, he says, "Look at this Galumba." BDG video where he talks about Bowser's army? I don't even know. Oh, the Unraveled. No, I haven't gotten to that one yet, I don't think. Magnus, the entire point of this exercise is to communicate. That means long letters. If only I just got a bunch of stationery because I want to bring back the art of letter writing. If I only get to see you once a week these days, we'd better make it count. Remember what we talked about? This is good for us. Okay, I'll start. This week I booked an audio rep for the Ancestors Festival this year. Soren is, as usual, making it difficult, double-checking every invoice, and worse. He takes organization to smothering levels. I can tell he doesn't trust me at all anymore. That hurts, but at the same time, I can't help but wonder if there is more to it than that he isn't telling me. He seems protective to a fault. My old roommate Asa wrote from Paris. She sends her love to you. She's still doing the backpacking thing. I admire how free she seems. I don't think she'll be home for the holidays this year. Hopefully you will be. I want to finally put up a tree this year. Can we do that? Can we get a tree and decorate? It'll be all ours, just you and me. Isn't that cute? Love, Seta. Elizabeth, fine, we can get a tree. No to decorations. Never decorations. Wow, he is such a...
What a catch.
Yeah. The Limericks book is coming along well. I think I'm onto something niche, but I miss Skipra. I miss the dog and also you. When I return, I'd like to borrow the Langspiel from the Misty Skip. Oh, I was going to try to read that word, but that's fine. Magnus, where's your sense of holiday cheer? And fine, I'll limit myself to 2 strings of lights. You'll like it once it's all done, I promise. You always have. No, you can't take the Langspiel out of the pub, love. It was great-grandmother's, and I don't want it broken. What do you want that old thing for anyways? It's just an antique. I doubt anyone's played the thing in years. Speaking of the dog, Toomey and I are on a classic war film marathon. I watch for the plot, he watches for the horses. He jumps up barking and presses his nose to the screen whenever they run past. He's a cute one. I'm glad you let me watch him this time. Lots of love and kisses, Elizabeth.
Magnus seems pretty
Elizabeth,
insistent
I
over
need
this
the
long
Langspiel.
thing.
Please. I promise to take good care of it. I'll wait until the festival's over to have a look, but I'm being quite serious. I love you too. Stay warm. Kveja? Kveja? I don't know. I know that's like a weird D. Magnus. Magnus needs to learn how to communicate better.
That's the point of these exercises. He's just not doing them very well.
In relationships, communication is key. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship.
Oh good, I can take that. All these tools.
You could have picked up one of those tools.
What?
I think there was also something down in the lowest part that you missed. That was sitting next to the
This thing?
No, in the lower room of the ship.
Oh.
There was something next to the flashlight. Oh my!
Tori, can you do me a
Wow,
gigantic
an antique
favor?
desk, and it's in pristine condition.
Yes.
Time to break
Can
it
you get me
open.
your dodo hoodie?
Yeah. The Angry Koopa
What's
is
playing?
raiding!
What is that? What's playing that music?
Yeah, I think that was my raiding music. For some reason, some of my raid alerts aren't playing the sounds, but that one at least played the sound. So thank you so much for the raid, Koopa. Hope your stream went well today.
So not this one? Oh no, that's Puppy.
Fill in 3 squares to complete the sequence used in each of the rows. Dodo hoodie.
Is this not
How is it-
Sudoku?
I think it's a weird version of it. How am I not cold and you are?
I don't know.
Can't check that. Still have to do. Can't check that. Haven't done. Still have to do. Haven't done. Did that.
I did one thing.
My mega stream is going well so far. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I'm a dodo.
Well.
I voiced one pretty good.
Yeah. So I think.
Do we need to find the instructions before we do this?
I don't think there are instructions. We just have to figure out the pattern and then complete it. So I think.
I think it's Sudoku. And then there's this cross piece here.
Well, the 3 blank squares we have to put colors to and potentially numbers.
Oh,
thank
here,
you,
here, and
Koopa.
here?
Yeah, so what I think it is that they have, there's 3 of each color in every row. Or no, there's 7 spots. So that doesn't make any sense.
But there's 3 yellow and 4 red. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 red. 1, 2, 3, 4 red. So that one was probably red.
Okay. So that would make the other 2 yellow.
This one would have to be yellow. And this one would have to be yellow. And then numbers are probably similar. So there's a 1, 2, and a 5. And this, we have to figure out what this is. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Sudoku.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they add to equal something. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They add. Maybe they add to equal 7.
No, because
there's
this is
6,
9.
and this is 6 and 2.
Quick question, which Disney sidekick is Holland? Which Disney sidekick is Holland? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Should I?
I don't know.
Do you have one in mind for yourself?
Not that I can think of right immediately.
I know who I would be, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about you.
Who would you be?
Tinkerbell.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But I don't know who you would be.
1, 2, 5.
So that's...
No, that can't be right. I feel like it has to be something with rows, and maybe rows and columns? Because this is 5, 6, and 3. So that's a really high number in this row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
11.
11, 9, 11. No, 7 and 11, right?
Yeah.
Then what's this one? Well, we don't know yet.
But so far, that's 14. I would go with Lumiere. France is close to Holland, and she has the bezazzle. You have the bezazzle.
Bezazzle. Wow.
Moocher says you have the bezazzle.
I don't know about that.
Right after I called Lumiere annoying.
Yeah. Great. And then this would only be... the max this could be is 9.
Maybe we should add up all the reds and add up all the yellows.
We could do that.
Didn't the note for the puzzle only mention Rose? Was there a
What
note for this
the
puzzle?
This one?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's for another puzzle. I know what puzzle that one's for. Is there anything in notes about this? Fill in the 3 squares to complete the sequence used in each of the rows. Okay, so
Rows,
that
okay.
mentions rows.
So let's add these up. So 7, this is 9. This is 9.
5,
6,
7, 8.
So let's try 1.
Okay.
9. 1, 2. This would have to be 6, which would equal 9.
No. 2, 4, 6, 7
Oh.
plus 6 is not 9. So that would be 3. Right?
3, 6. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know what I was doing.
Thanks for saying that, Tom, because I wouldn't have
And
known
this
or
would
remember.
be
1.
1. Yeah, that was it. So
Okay.
it's 9. What did that open? This?
This. The desk.
Oh, the whole desk.
Yeah.
Wonder what that's for. It's a lighthouse key. Got it.
So, Dagny's trying to keep a
The
low
Santa Fe.
profile. I
Santa
wonder if that's why
Fe,
she
my
called
old
me
friend.
instead of going to the police about Magnus.
I was trying to hear what she was saying.
Sorry. Hi, Galen. Thank you so much. Seriously, who leaked this? Have you been running your mouth? I hope you realize it's going to take a lot of dough to make this disappear. And national authorities have declared a renewed interest in historical missing treasure case, according to the Reykjavik News report. The treasure is reportedly located somewhere near the small Icelandic town of Skipbrot, situated along the southern coast. Established as a popular historic site after the Laki Fissure eruption of 1783, the site has served as a local tourist destination in recent years thanks to a nearby breached Dutch East Indiaman, which has sat untouched but visible for centuries. Information about the treasure's origin has not yet been released, and authorities could not be reached for comment.
And this is probably a contest winner. Who's
Probably.
apparently part of an international bear smuggling ring.
She's probably offended. Today my head feels worse than ever. I guess this is Magnus. It looks kind of like his handwriting from the other letters.
Yeah.
Have not slept in 3 days. Can't stop thinking about the ship. Toomey and I have moved on board into the captain's quarters. Elizabeth finds it strange me living amongst the ruins of a dead crew. I can't blame her. Last night I saw a shadow moving on the ship's deck just out of the light's reach. Have started keeping Toomey with me for safety. Midnight thought, what if the treasure isn't on board at all? What if it's somewhere else entirely? This winter is darker than ever. It feels like it may never end. With Lawrence, nothing is a coincidence. He meant this treasure to be found. I'm getting closer, and the more I uncover, the more scared I am to say anything. I sense that someone is following in my tracks, ever so slightly out of my sight. I found my journal open on my desk this morning. I always lock it away. And last week I thought I heard someone outside my cabin out in the snow. Excuse me. But when I peeked out, no one was there. I'm not imagining this. It's real. I swear it is. There's no one I can trust. Not even Dagny. Not even Elizabeth. The town has their cute tourist story, but I alone know the truth. Searching for these pieces has been the thread connecting the seams of my life. I found the first when I was a boy, a small button, clearly old and carved, with no sense of its belonging. I never told Elizabeth about any of it. I'm gonna make a note to myself to fix those alerts. Fix. Raid. Alerts. Every weekend, my private clients ask me to chart a new course for some tourist destination. They always want to go to the same 4 dive spots, the same 6 beachside bars, the same 3 ports. While I sail, I think of the treasure and I think of Elizabeth. I think of the life she deserves. I can't give her my life, constantly being at sea, constantly on the clock. Something has to change. This treasure is the way out. Poppy's funeral was today. Afterwards, I went to the ship and worked. I know there's an answer buried in Lawrence's breadcrumbs. It's right in front of me. Elizabeth stayed beside me all day, long into the evening. She didn't argue with me, just reached for my hand. I wish I could tell her about the footlocker and the items within it. I didn't know they were her family's when I found them, I suppose. But that's not an excuse for continuing to keep them, is it? Someday I'm going to make things right with her. I just hope that when that happens, she can forgive me. At the funeral, my uncle reminded me that my father used to call me Little Thrond, after the famous moody sailor of my childhood sagas. It is written that Thrond's heart was ever false. Perhaps I too am a liar at my core. I miss him so much. Be safe, Rudy.
Sounds like he's gone through some troubled times lately. Is this a code?
I'm close to figuring out the lock in my quarters. The combination is tied back to title-sounding depth charts. When the locator compass is placed correctly on the chart, 4 numbers will be visible in the locator's holes. These 4 numbers will open the lock when entered in increasing order. I have half the locator now. Tracing some faint markings at the top of the main mast revealed the total sum of all 4 numbers visible in the locator's holes. That means I still need to find at least 2 numbers to be able to locate the correct place to put the locator. 1 number is hidden in Lawrence's antique map on the wall. I only need to break this code to see which letters to pin. My search continues for a second number and the other half of the locator. Time is running out.
I bet Magnus was in the middle of solving this. Looks like one of these words is scrambled within each row and column.
Oh man, this is going to be hard on senior mode because they're not colored.
Click left click to select the letter from a row, right click to select the letter from a column.
So some words are going to be this way and some words are going to be this way.
Are they?
But they're all.
Are any of them backwards?
They might be. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like a crossword.
And they're all mixed up too.
Well, I don't get that. What do you mean?
Like bilge, it may be like BILGE.
Oh.
So they're just, the letters have to exist in that row and column, and you can't double use letters in a row or column.
Okay, well let's look here and see what looks like clue is the only one with a W.
Y'all is also has a W and Hauser.
But clue and Hauser only have 2 of the same letters.
Y'all is the only word with a Y.
With a Y and a W. So let's look for y'all first.
So here's a Y and here's a Y. You gotta click them in order.
Oh. So Y, A. Oh no, it's in. It won't do that way.
You have to right click them then to do the columns.
So that's y'all.
Yeah. So that word, and then that word disappears.
And this one doesn't have y'all in this one.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Jack Stay might be in that row because it also has a Y.
This one doesn't have y'all here either, so this is most likely y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't notice that there's a Y in Jack Stay and Jibe. So we might have to use those Ys.
But y'all is the only one with a Y and a W.
That's true.
So Jack Stay looks like it will fit here. Can we double up?
No. So it can't be
so
that.
we can't use this
But you
Y?
could use this Y.
Okay, let's do that.
So click that Y instead.
And then this is probably Jack Stay, because I can see all those letters.
Okay.
I don't see any other ones that would fit in, because it's such a long word.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the long words might be the easiest ones to do.
Keel Hall is really long.
Yeah.
It has 2 E's, an H and a U.
And there doesn't seem to be a ton of K's in the puzzle. There's a K here and a K here.
Well, there's 2 E's and an L, but there's no H.
Or K
or
in
K.
that column.
So
I'm pretty sure it automatically fixes the spelling. Oh! Once you have all... So maybe we don't have to click the letters in order as long as you click all the letters.
Gotcha. So here's a K, but there's no H.
There's one there, but there's no A or U. I think Keel Hall has to be this row.
Okay, so we just don't know which L to use yet.
I guess just pick one.
We've got to use 2 L's.
Yeah, I guess just pick one, and if we have to adjust, we'll just choose another.
Yeah. Okay. Then, let's see. It looks like Oakham is the only one with an O and... No, it's not. This one has an O and an A as well.
Maybe we should try to do something like bowsprit or transom, another one of the longer words.
Well, transom's the only one with an O, an A, and a T. So, if we find one that has an O, an A, and a T... Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That second row.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. This might be bowsprit.
Okay.
We don't know which eye to use.
I guess just pick one for now.
This one's I think this one's jib
Okay.
because it's so short.
We don't have a lot
And
of letters
there's
left to
a
use anyway.
JIB. Nothing else really fits in this one.
Okay.
I think this one might be purser.
There's only one V, and it's right here. So David or David has to be that.
There's no D.
No, this way, I mean.
Oh. So, but we could use any of these A's.
Yeah.
Which, if this is y'all, it probably is this one. It's got to be this one.
Why?
Because we have to use all. Do we have to use all the letters?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine because we already know that we've completed that column anyway.
Gotcha. So it's not going to completely fill this
Mm-hmm.
grid. I thought this one right here is purser.
That looks like it would be right. I like this game because I think the puzzles are also solid.
Yeah, I like this puzzle.
I feel like this game has like puzzles that don't make you feel like an idiot, but also don't make you feel like they're just giving you answers, you know?
I think this one might be Luff. Because here's two F's. Do you see any other place there are two F's?
I don't know, but it's the only L in that column.
Yeah, so which means this can't be y'all if this is Luff. You see what I'm saying?
FF.
Oh, okay. That's it then.
I was like hoping and praying that I could find a solution.
Yeah.
And there it was.
There we go.
Okay.
Gaff Gibe. Oh, bosun's pretty long.
It's only 5 letters.
B-O-S-U-N. Here's bosun. What about hawser? Here, maybe? No, there's a W.
Yeah, I think it's this column.
But then this W.
There's a W up there.
Oh, got it. Okay. I think this could be clue.
Okay. No, there's not another W.
Oh. I'm confused. This one's clue. Nope. Stop. We could use either E.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say this is... Well, I don't know what that... I don't think that's...
I think this is Oakham. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed pizza.
There we go.
I think that double F row is gaff.
Okay. I think this is helm.
Uh-oh. We're starting to run out of letters.
We are. To use this E instead of this.
That would be jibe, whatever.
Right, where?
This
Here?
column, yeah. Maybe we do use all the letters.
Yeah, which would kind of change which letters I pick. Like this A, would definitely use that A, because that one's full. And then this one, is there a B? Yeah, this is the B in bosun. Oops. And then this, we have to use this E. And this one.
Stern.
Yep. We do, I think we do use all the letters.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, for jib and, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's problematic.
Holland, have you remembered to bring a banana for V to help keep her energy up?
I did not bring her a banana today. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4.
This is Kedge.
Rake and spar.
I think this needed to be bilge. So...
This one? Going this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hang on. B, what letter are we missing? We're missing the E. So... I'm wondering... No, we're not. We're missing the
I.
the I. Crud.
So this is the only I. And that's the only I for jib, too. So maybe this isn't jib.
But it's the only remaining J.
But I don't think this is jib anyways, because everything else in this row is taken.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
This is jib, but this needs to be the blue eye. And this needs to be the red eye for bowsprit.
Hold on.
Blue
This
eye
is
there.
Blue.
This one needs to be the red eye for bowsprit.
Okay, yeah.
Now
There
we
go.
can
do bilge.
bilge, yeah. I was trying to watch a student presentation for a class, and he said in his narration, the third and fourth genres he discusses is blank. And I was like, how could he even make that mistake verbally? And then I went to the next slide and swear he says the next topic he discusses are, and I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Rake. So then we just gotta do some shuffling here. Because we need to get rid of one of these A's. So maybe this A is the one in David. And then we need to use...
That A for y'all.
Yeah. That A for y'all, which we need
So get rid of that one.
to highlight that one.
And then
And
red, and then blank that one. And there we go. There it is.
See, that wasn't so bad.
Okay, looks complete.
Good job.
What can I use this for?
Are these the same letters? E, V, F, W, N,
Ooh.
J, L, C, U, D, R, S. Yep. Every day she's shuffling. Remember when that song was all the rage?
Yeah. I do. It's only 5:40.
You gonna make it to 10?
I don't think I'm gonna make it to 10, but I'll make it as long as I can.
And then you're gonna go home and sleep.
Yeah. Because
And I'll just play Jackbox or something to finish the night out.
Yeah. Because I gotta work early. Okay. Did you write these letters down?
I did.
Excuse me, I'm just like yawning in the camera.
I'm starting to get hungry, so I might go stake out some food for myself while you continue to look around.
Okay.
I would recommend also going back down to the hold and looking for that thing that I think you missed
I
past
haven't even
the.
looked over here yet.
An old keyless lock. The trick is to enter a combination from the smallest number to the
We
largest.
don't have the sounding depth numbers yet, though, that he talked about.
I'll steal these.
With no lid, just throw this in my pocket.
Yeah, my backpack, just so they can stab me when I go to get something else.
Okay, I'll be back.
Ooh. Twizzle.
I should do my Duolingo lesson too.
Oh, you haven't done yours today?
No, I've been streaming all day.
Oh. What? I can't click anything here? What if I want to go to bed?
Okay, time to place some pins.
Oh, those are the ones that Tori wrote down. Oh, sorry, I'm just blocking my face. I don't really know how to do this. Where are the pins? Why can't I click anything? Oh, there they are. S R D C U J L J. Is that a J? Yeah, it kind of looks like a J. W M E V F.
This is one of the
14.
sounding numbers Magnus was looking for.
What did Nancy just say? What did she say about the number? This number? Did I take a note on what she just said? Oh, okay. Well, that's not super helpful, but guessing I'll need them later. I'm glad I had this yarn conveniently located. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, CJ. What am I supposed to click on over here, Tori? This looks like it's gonna have a big secret door. Well, this isn't helping. I'll just wait till Tori gets back from getting her food. She has to eat at a time like this. I'm just kidding, I just ate, so I have some strawberries that I'm going to eat. Exactly. She is abusive to her sweatshop workers. They are nice. I actually cut these up really small and then sprinkled stevia on top of them and left them in the fridge overnight. So they're pretty tasty. So, just waiting on Tori. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to look at.
Did you go over here?
Yeah. There's nothing for me to click on.
There wasn't like a little key?
No.
Oh, I thought there was something here
No.
earlier.
Just the flashlight.
Oh, my bad.
Ooh. I can't turn the light off.
Mm-mm.
Flick. Oh, should I talk to what's-her-face?
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
I recommend always talking to everyone.
Here, let me take a deep dive into your personal life.
Oh, hello.
Is there anything more you haven't told me about Magnus?
No. Guess you'll have to leave
Here
now.
you go. Well, I eat my strawberries.
Okay. I ordered bento.
You just hate me.
You can't have it anyway.
I know. You're just torturing me.
What do you want me to do? Not eat? I don't
Yeah.
have any groceries in my house except
Don't
snacks.
Don't eat anything.
You know him better than anyone. I don't believe that for an instant. I need your help, Elizabeth. I need to know what you know.
She would be an easy cosplay.
Quiet. Thoughtful. Keenly obsessive.
Okay, I'm getting cold now.
First over his dog. Then over his writing. Then over me. Then over the ship.
Why would someone like him be hunting for gold in the first place?
He has certain intentions with the treasure.
Which were...
A boat of his own. He desperately wants to leave town. Leave Eastland.
I thought he was a captain already.
Oh, he is. But for wealthy people. Private clients. Never his own boat. Never his own destination. He dreams of living like the old captains. Sailing wherever the wind takes him.
I see. So the treasure would allow him to fulfill that dream.
Here, have this. Magnus left it at my place. After we broke up, he called me looking for it. But I hid it. It looks like it might be the key to open some kind of box. But I've never seen any box like that before. I don't know why I kept it for myself. Maybe I wanted to see whatever it was he saw in this hunk of driftwood.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm going to get to the bottom of this mess. So, what's behind the mystery door?
Just an old broom closet?
Can I see?
No.
Not even a hint?
Go away.
Can't check that. Still can't check that. Can't check that up. Still have to do that.
Oh, I put the pins on the map.
Oh.
I made the number 14.
Okay, yeah.
Looks like this dinghy's in good shape. I wonder who owns it.
Well, how'd you get there?
The motor's busted. Can't take it anywhere like this.
I just went down the ladder.
On the dock?
Right here when you come off the ship.
Oh. Nice. Oh,
Oh, Ned time.
Hello?
Hey, Nan. Are you still on your way?
Hey, Ned. No, I'm already here.
Oh, good. How close are you?
Getting closer all the time. I feel like I'm definitely near to a breakthrough.
Oh, cool. I can't wait.
It's hard to get people to talk, though.
Get people to talk?
Yes, I've managed to narrow down that the treasure is related to the ship somehow, but beyond that, I haven't figured out the specifics.
Nancy, what are you talking about? Are you on a case right now?
Well, of course. I'm in Iceland.
Nancy, do you know what today is?
Sunday?
It's our anniversary today. We had reservations for dinner, remember? I called to see if you were on your way to the restaurant, but I guess not.
Oh, no.
This is a crap
Ned.
move.
Dinner will have to wait.
No, we're being nice to Ned. This is my stream.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
Well, yeah, you being in Iceland and all.
CJ runs away when Ned comes on the
Shouldn't be
screen.
surprised. You tend to get a little focused on cases. But, wow, Iceland, of all places.
I owe you a serious
No.
apology.
Yeah, we're
I'm
being nice.
sorry.
It's all right, Nan. That's part of why we're celebrating this anniversary in the first
Han's like,
place.
I don't even want to play this
You're
anymore.
no fun.
And part of why we're together. I've
None.
heard of getting
No
screwed up on
fun.
an anniversary, but nothing
Zero.
quite like this.
I'm bored out of my mind
Anniversary souvenir
all the
for your
time.
Trip, okay?
Oh, you're the best, Ned. I'll make it up to you. I promise.
In the meantime, I'll just fill the hole in my heart with football and this pint of cookie Kringle ice cream. There's a game on tonight I really wanted to watch with Bert, so maybe it's cosmic fate. Anyways, if you're in Iceland, it must be a pretty interesting case.
It is. Lost treasure, a missing captain, and a town with a pile of secrets.
Sounds like the usual fare in Nancy world. Remember, you can give me a call anytime you want. Hint, hint, and wait for it. Stay cool.
Oh boy, that was just the worst.
Hey, you stood me up. Pretty sure I get a free pass on puns for eternity. Also, I've been at this restaurant for a while and the waiter's glaring at me. I think I should get out of here.
Bye, Ned. I'll give you a call soon.
Bye.
I ate all my food. I have no more food. I'm really thirsty though. When you go and get your dinner, can you get me something to
It's
drink?
being delivered.
When you get something to drink, will you get me something to drink? You go down to pick up your dinner.
Yeah, it'll be like 30 minutes from
That's
now,
fine.
though.
Okay. I'm playing now. I want this one.
Too bad. You have to take the ugly orange one.
The snow
It's out of
leopard.
gas. No dice.
Here you go.
Did you just pour it on the seat?
Yeah.
That should do it for the fuel tank.
Which way should we go?
Either.
Let's go
I
this
don't
way.
want to head out blindly. I don't know
Just
what's
kidding.
out there.
But we'll go out this way,
To the caves.
where we have no flashlight.
I'm not a big fan of exploring caves in the dark. I'll need a light source.
Yeah, exactly, Moocher.
Of course, the sweatshop worker is not entitled to anything to drink. You know what? Cave pipes!
Tori just hates me.
Riddy said Nancy should follow the clues to being a better girlfriend.
I mean, it was your anniversary. Come on.
At the very least, she should have told him she was going to Iceland.
What if she did tell him and he just was lunkhead and not paying attention?
But we have no indication at all in the series that Ned is like that.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Hey, girl!
I actually do have
Did
a
you
name
just
in it.
accost
It's
me?
Nancy.
Excuse you.
Get your little lady bones into the prep area and get some Torremotter orders ready. It's all hands on deck for the lunch rush at the Misty
Her
Skip.
whoops was evidence enough
I'm a
she said
sleuth,
nothing
not
to
a
him.
chef. Are you sure you want me
True.
back there handling the sharp stuff?
You're eating and logged in here for free, just like me. So it's only fair to get some good work out of you.
Well, might as well take a stab at it.
Oh, I don't like these kinds of games.
These are so hard for me.
Fill the tray in order according to the order of the request. Orders can be filled one of two ways. Oh, it's not a speed game. Okay,
No.
then it's okay. I'll make it work. In a Z shape within a colored group. When checking whether an order is complete, empty spaces don't count. Remember that each row in each colored tray group counts as one order. Must contain no extra items. Row below has an extra bundy, so it doesn't meet the requirements. Oh, because it has an extra puffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my
time to
least
get to
favorite
work.
food game. So we know that the one with 5 has to go in one of the rows because it won't fit in a box, like in a colored box. So you have to grab them from the middle and place them.
Oh, and it has to go in that order?
Yeah.
Let's just try that.
There may be a space somewhere along the line, but... So, obviously one of the boxes is going to be for fish.
Okay. And then this one would need a seal.
And then another sheep.
That's a sheep? Oh yeah, it is a sheep.
I think the seal would have to go in the other spot so that it would be in this order like this, because it has to be a Z shape.
Oh! Okay, wow, that's an added layer of complexity.
I said it in the
I know, but I was thinking like in a Z shape that didn't have to be in this order. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, I thought it's like these were your pieces you had to place. Oh, we did it right.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we only get 900
Because
tips?
it counts down the longer you take.
Oh, well, I'm not worrying about that. I hate doing timed things. Yes. Okay. Let's try and put this one... no, we can put that on top. Seals!
So I guess we're eating seal and shark and stuff?
Yeah, apparently. That can go in this one or this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it there. And then...
See, I don't know how to do...
this one should have been on the bottom. Can we reset?
Yeah.
Or just start over?
You'll have to just move things.
Oh, crap.
Right click. And you'll drop them. There you go. I wish someone could come up with a way of taking all the puzzles out of Nancy Drew games and make them like a Nancy Drew mini puzzle game. I would so buy it. I had suggested an idea. I think maybe it was in a podcast episode with Hugh. That if Her Interactive really wanted to focus on mobile games, they would make some really easy money if they ported a lot of the mini games to like a almost like a collection package that you could do through an app. Like, wouldn't it be fun to play like Scopa with Enrico on your phone, like just whenever you wanted to or whatever?
Oh, that was right?
No.
No. Oh,
What
shoot,
are you
what am I
making?
doing? The wrong thing is what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, somebody's dinging the bell. That's what I was confused. That was what was confusing me.
I think if you do... Yeah, and then I think you need to do another sheep and then a
Sure.
thing there. Yeah. All the phone games in-game would actually be made into phone games would be smart. That would be fun. Yeah. Anything that has... If I see an order that has that does not have a 5 or a 6, I always get nervous because they're so hard. I'll be right back. I have a bump on my chin that's bothering me.
Hmm. Yeah, this is...
Okay. I don't know how many of these the game requires you to do.
I don't think that's right either.
I think you need to put a... Because I'm trying to figure out about this one.
I kind of feel like this needs to go like this. No, that can't work either.
Put
Oh, go ahead.
Put these two here. Move this one over one.
I forgot spaces didn't matter. Oh, wait. No, I was trying to get a whale in front of this one.
Can you move this down?
It won't. It'll mess this up.
All of these. I mean, like, can it be a bottom row?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Then move this one over here.
Wait, I think I got it. We're close. This just needs to be...
You have two of these and not one of these, which is why I had suggested moving this over. Yeah.
Okay.
Hit no and see if it makes us do more, or if Gunner makes us do more. Unless you want to keep doing more, which you can go in the kitchen at any time and do as many as you want. It's one of the only ways you can make money. That and the tablet on the bar are the only ways you can make money.
3,100 monies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you attend the festival this year?
Yes. Embarrassing.
For you?
Not everyone else. The scrambling around for hidden treasure? Embarrassing.
Wish they'd just kept on with the way they'd been
I
making
was all
games
young.
before. Me
We
too.
fought over things
Because this game
like
is so beautiful
longest fish
and
shiniest boat, not gold. Ever since that sword took
Imagine
over the
if you had just like a
festival
really,
running,
really
it's been
attractive
straight to the
person as
bottom
like
with
your
it.
boyfriend or girlfriend, and then they broke up with you, and the next person that was interested in you was like really ugly and awkward, and that's what happened with us and Her Interactive.
I was really confused for a minute. I was like, where in the world
Like
are you going
Sea
with
of
this?
Darkness was like our beautiful boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
and then he broke up with us, and the next person that wanted to date us was Midnight in Salem, and we were like,
yeah.
I heard you've had problems with the festival the last couple of
that
years.
was a weird
Care
analogy.
to talk about that?
The festival is not what it once was. I'll return things to the old ways no matter how many buckets of hot tar I have to dump.
And they
Some
have
of
a
the
bad
harbor boats
personality,
still
so
have
it's not
holes
even
in
like
the bottoms.
they're a
see.
lovely person.
Did you have a plan like that for this year too?
Elizabeth
just
said
no
no more
substance.
trouble or she kicks me out of the skip.
Man, that was a
I only
journey.
pay
I'm
little angry
sorry.
sheep.
What does that mean?
Means I do it, but I don't like it.
Elizabeth said you threatened Magnus pretty directly.
I did. It was, how do you call it? Friendship.
So, an empty threat?
I threaten everyone.
Or you were dating a beautiful guy and he
It
gets
still
plastic
seems a
surgery for
little
no reason and looks like a
strange.
bucket of
Spoken
clams
by
and
a
yells
woman
at you all
with
the
no
time.
friends.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Gesundheit,
gonna
bless
say what,
you.
I'm gonna say what Tori would have said.
Hey, I have friends.
Young American girl, alone in a foreign country, no parents, no travel companions.
What? You would say that.
Sure, Fisker. Sure you do.
Okay, Gunner. Bye-bye.
Be gone with you.
I want your coaster. Is this what I'm supposed to do with this?
No.
Oh.
This is just another way to make money.
Oh. I don't know if I want to do that.
Hey Rachel, how are you doing?
I feel like I have to pay to do it, so.
No, you don't have to pay to do it. You just get paid to do it.
Oh. Well, let's try it. Oh, good lord.
So here's some vocab.
Alright, well, we're just gonna guess.
So you have to pull this word to the word next to the word that it is.
That sounds like a lemon.
No, I think citrona would be lemon. Because like citrus.
Oh. Oh, I thought we had to make... Oh, okay. Apple. Egg. What do we do? What do we
Put
do
it
with
next
this?
to egg.
Oh. That's definitely
Is
same.
that my food already?
Ha ha!
Who's ringing our doorbell?
Not sure yet. That definitely sounds like a pineapple. That's definitely a banana.
Egg equals egg. Very pandemic. I'm
Which
going
one
to
do you
one
think?
store and I put a face full of makeup on. I think, I actually think ananas might be pineapple.
That has apple in it. You think this one's pineapple? What is this one?
I don't know. Let's do it.
Oh! Good job. Salad, salt, strawberry, and nut. That sounds like a sneeze.
Pro tip, English is the only language that uses the word apple in relation to that fruit. Oh, the pineapple?
Ah. Milk,
Milk.
pear.
Pera. I think that would be meat. No, I don't know. Voxter? Kjot?
No, I was right.
You were right.
It's okay. We still got 510 monies.
I would sit at a bar and play a game on an iPad
Heck
for that kind
yeah!
of cash.
Heck yeah.
Who needs to go to work when you can just do that?
Oh, you get so bored of it though. And what was it he
Check
wanted
out
to
the
borrow?
long spiel. I think it's that right there.
This
the one
one?
on the back wall. Ah.
Subtle, but
You
I
have to
see
touch all
some
the differences.
in the halves of this
Oh, I
pattern.
do remember this puzzle.
I want to earn money learning a language. Yeah, that would be cool.
Do we think this one's harder because we're on senior? Like this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yoink. That's one.
This is how many differences you need to find.
This is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here. This one right here. No.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Mhm.
Oh, did that one just appear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one.
I played the language game so much I was able to buy the store.
It's awesome. This right here. It's a mess. No, this one. Oh, okay. Am I getting them all right?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. There's
You gotta get that sword. Oh yeah, you can buy literally anything in the gift shop.
6 of those. Is that you? Okay. There's 2 of these things.
I'm gonna let you find them.
This.
There, one more.
I feel like there's something right in here.
If you want any help, let me know.
Okay. Do you remember this puzzle or do you just already see
I just
it?
see the difference.
Ah,
Yeah.
Carved star.
Still can't check that. Still can't check that. Did that. Haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Check. I want a like a big fire lava pool in my restaurant. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know where we're supposed to find batteries.
And the battery store?
Well, the hardware store's not open.
Dang it. Thor's hammer.
Do we need monies?
Yeah.
Because I want to buy this sword.
Well, you can grind more money.
Oh, I want to buy it. Oh,
no,
is
this sword.
What sword? Oh.
Right there.
Yes.
I can't afford that.
Well, not with that attitude. That guy can't catch you. Just take it and run.
I think you can
I
buy.
like how you can buy a little.
If you click it, you're gonna buy it.
I know,
This little
but
Toomey.
yeah. What's his face's dog?
I think you can get batteries in here.
Aha. Wow, I took so much monies. You can buy a postcard.
Iceland. Land of ice. And puffins. That's the commercial I'm gonna do for their
That's a good
tourism
one.
board.
I like that one. What are these?
Cocoa Mallows. Dark milk chocolate covered marshmallows.
I don't like marshmallows.
You steal the sword? If you steal the sword, you can stop people from trying to arrest you with a sword.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just buy a Cocoa Kringle bar.
Dark? Ooh, you got a dark one. Now you can look in your shopping basket.
Ooh. Let's buy this one too. I'm gonna buy you an Utter Pop and bring it home for you.
That's a nice one.
No, nobody wants your opinion, Soren!
Buy me a sweater.
Okay. Which sweater
I like
do
the
you
gray
want?
one.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't buy it. I guess the blue one.
I can't buy any of them.
Oh, maybe from the shelf? Oh, I thought you could buy a sweater.
Maybe over here. No? What? Why can I not buy a sweater? I want the Snowflake Iceland shirt. This is a crappy
Snowflake
store.
Iceland.
This is a crappy store. I'll buy you this.
Oh, okay.
I can't afford
Oh.
I'll have to go get more money. I'm gonna buy
This is the rest of the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you a shirt.
Yeah, I thought you could buy the sweaters.
I don't know why I can't. Let's just play the Iceland game. That was a really easy way to make money.
The Iceland game.
Every game here is an Iceland game.
Gosfer.
Guys.
Sander. Elding. Himin. Oh.
Oh. We were close. Hey, stop being annoying.
Tre.
Oh, I think
Or
that's...
tree? Because it has the accent. Snjo. Skolgar. I think it's river.
I think it's
Float.
You pronouncing these is like the best part of this movie. Oh, I was right!
Planta. Blom. Is. Ella. I'm probably saying these so wrong, and there's probably some Icelandic person out there who's gonna see this and be like,
Cringe.
Bear. Norolhos. Wait. Nordorgios. Land? Fjall.
Dang it. Shouldn't have changed my answer. Wow, we didn't make hardly any money doing that.
Because we were bad.
We were bad. Let's make some more things.
Do you understand that puzzle enough? Because it makes my brains hurt.
Yeah. Look, it's gotta be this one.
Or it could be bottom.
I know it could be bottom, but we're not there yet. It's gotta be the bottom. Because...
Oh, yeah. Because if you put one fish here and one fish here, it works.
See, you're good at this game.
I can do it!
I can.
Wow!
fix it.
I'm smart!
Now let's not get carried away.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. You're very smart. There's nothing that starts with the stingray, so that can't be there.
There's also nothing that starts with the whale, so it's got to be on the bottom.
Ah. Stop dinging your stupid bell, you dum-dum. Well,
I think these have to be together. Because I think you need to do fish, whatchamacallit there? Ray there.
and then
Fish.
fish.
Fish. Yeah. Kara is approaching with your order. My mom went and got it. No, it's Kara with a K.
No. I'm just guessing here. No, that's not it. No, that's not it at all. This is hard.
So Mom made some unsweet raspberry tea.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not doing very good at this one.
do a new order. I've been streaming for 8.5 hours.
Good for you.
And I'm feeling good. I was worried my vertigo would get really bad.
But it didn't.
But it did. Huh.
Maybe we have to do this.
That one on the top and that one on the bottom. No, because then this is backwards.
Not for this one, though. That's what I was trying to get at.
I don't know, it's hard.
Let's do new order.
Okay.
Oh, that was really
no,
hard.
no. Anything that has 5 or 6 is much easier. There we go. Don't look at my food, okay?
Okay.
Because you'll get sad.
I will get sad. I'm already sad. It's okay. Oh, man. What'd you order it from?
That red Asian beast. What's it called? Red Bull Asian Bistro.
I have no idea what that is.
It's over by PSA. I got seaweed salad and some sushi. And
this can't be right. This has to go on the bottom.
Ouch. I poked myself with a staple.
Why'd you do that?
I wasn't paying attention. Bag ASMR. This is a butt ton of food. What's this? More sauce. Good lord!
Oh my gosh.
This is too much!
It looks really yummy.
This is too much food!
It smells really yummy too.
I'm gonna eat my seaweed salad first. A ton of bread butts? No, there's no bread.
Oh crap. Why did that... Oh.
You can't have 4 in there in that box.
Well, we have to have 4 in one box because this has 3 whales and a shark. Unless this goes on the bottom. And then this has 3 whales in it, but then that messes that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well let's do the Iceland thing.
We tried. I like seaweed salad.
Snake. Elephant. No! What? Oh, I guess I could have not gotten that. Slow it down. That's a reindeer. That's a hamster. That's a bird. And that's a rat.
Thank you, Steph. How are you?
Next.
Thank you for popping in.
That's a cow. That's a... Sure. We'll go with that.
No, I think hunter would be dog, like hound.
Okay. Yeah. Good job. That's a cat. That's a monkey, sure. That's a goat. No, that's a monkey. That's a rabbit. We only got 500 monies for that. I can't believe you're eating seaweed salad.
Why?
Because I didn't know anybody actually ate that stuff.
It's good.
It's good, like, in something. It's just, like, all by its lonesome.
Well, eating regular salad all by its lonesome is kind of...
But that's like eating lettuce all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have done.
Yeah, it's not super fun.
But it's not tasty.
But this one has like a dressing on it.
This could be anything. Oh man, read this one, Tori.
Hjuk run a Frerdinger.
What do we think that is?
Photographer.
Photographer. Dang it!
Oh, we
got
didn't get
all
any
of
right.
them wrong.
That's a nurse.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this mouse is spazzing out. Let's say that's... sure. I'm just completely guessing. No.
Sister. I think Stolka is girl.
Yeah. Nope, got all those wrong. Okay.
I think I'm just gonna eat slowly so that I don't feel overwhelmed.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. Oh, we could do the sail puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, go this. Yay! Okay.
So these are the mast tallest to shortest, and these are the sails highest to lowest.
The main mast is the tallest. That's this one. So...
You drag the letter to the description.
No.
Click it.
Oh. There. Royal, then the top gallant. Then the top. Then the mast. Oh. What? Why is main top gallant? Oh, top gallant staysail. No, we...
Staysails are between masts. Har, Riddy. I think that was the perfect response.
And...
Har, Riddy. We be playing Sea of Darkness.
Wait, what? What did I just do? Main royal, then the main top gallant sail. Okay.
So then
the main
top sail would be next.
Right there. Then the main mast sail. Which doesn't look like it's on here. Main sail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when I say mast, it's the name of the mast. I'm sorry. Very clear. Unclear note.
Staysails are between, but
Yeah.
how do you know which is which? Okay, so, and then the jib is on the front, right? Bowsprit, jib, and spirit sail are on top and bottom.
Yeah.
Is that the...
I think the sprit sail is the one that
bottom?
gets spritzed from the water.
That would make sense. And then this is the jib.
Yeah.
And then
This is their house roll, but I don't know what's in it because it didn't have a description.
foremast is the next tallest. That'd be this one. It's in the front. So 4... Ah! The mouse! So the 4 tops... No. The 4 sail. Then the 4 top sail. then the 4 top gallant sale. There. Then these are between.
So those are going to be stay sales.
Yeah, but are they the stay sale of the...
Oh, no, yeah.
The main. They gotta be the main. There's nothing for the 4. Because they're attached to the main sale.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's gotta be... There's the main top gallant stay sale and the main top mass stay sale.
I think gallant is always
It's
higher.
gonna be taller. So the main top gallant and the main top mast. And then this is the mizzen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mizzen
Thank you.
mast.
I also like my chopsticks.
So
They
this
are
is
serving
just
me
the
well.
Mizzen. That's top gallant. This is mizzen top sale. This has to be the mizzen top gallant sale. And this has to be the mizzen stay sale. And then this has to be the jigger. Yay! Wow, that was great. Oh, learn to speak like a sailor aboard a tall ship. Alright.
How you feeling?
Good. How are you feeling?
Good.
I wish I could eat some of your cheese balls.
I wish you could too.
I can't because I'm trying.
I wish I could even have a piece of this, but you can't.
I can't because I'm trying to get skinny. I can't do that if I diverge from the plan. Okay, now what? This is just words? Well, that was useless. I could have just Googled this. Oh, what is this? I didn't even... Oh, yeah, I did look at that earlier. Alright, let's talk to this weirdo.
Hi.
You're gonna offend CJ. Soren is his favorite.
He's a weirdo.
What's your relationship
He
like
has
with
a nice
Elizabeth?
sweater, though.
Presently quite
So,
poor.
they sell him in the gift
She
shop.
won't allow certain members of the restoration team to access their work.
You mean Dagny?
Yes, but overall, she's quite a peach, that one.
CJ says,
only
I am
one who's ever
offended!
shown me kindness.
I am offended.
Truly a shame
Offend,
about
that's
her and Magnus, though.
Her and Magnus?
The force of their romantic split rocked the local mountains to their very core. I wonder if he's checked his voicemail since.
Where is this guy from?
He was born here, but he spent some time abroad. He talks about it later.
I was just about to ask him that
Oh.
question.
My bad.
Spoiler.
Have you always lived here?
For 12 years in total now. 2 before university, 10 after.
Others seem to think of you as an outsider. Gunnar especially.
Oh, for the love of... I was born 10 miles away!
And that means you don't live here?
To him, yes. To everyone, yes. It's preposterous. In
Yeah,
their
but where's
minds,
the
I'll never be from
hospital in
Skipbrook
this
because I wasn't born here.
Little town.
Upper secondary school was a nightmare with these people.
I may not know much about Skipbrook, but there are lots of unpleasant
he have
people
an
in my
accent?
line of work. Sometimes
Why doesn't
persistence
he have
helps.
an accent?
Oh, I've tried. I've bent over backwards to put on this festival for them,
Maybe
and
in
yet
university he
no
lost
one
it.
invites me out.
No.
I'm not welcome at the pub.
Maybe his parents aren't
Spending my
Icelandic.
birthday alone is getting to be a real downer.
Do you have anything which might help with my investigation?
If I'm not in town, I'm always locked up in here. I do have some very nice pamphlets, though. The pamphlet lovers
Very nice
rated
pamphlets,
them a
though.
9-star
That's a
out
good
of 10.
delivery.
I put them together myself. Here's one for your troubles.
Oh, CJ's
Well,
singing
it's
for
hard
us,
to
so I'm
turn
gonna
down
sing
an
his line.
award-winning pamphlet.
Little
I'll see if I can
town,
make use of this.
it's a quiet village.
You didn't...
Every day.
No, you didn't sing it like
Little
this.
town, it's a quiet village. Every
There you
day,
go.
like the one before. Little town, full of little people, waking up to say. Bonjour, I was hoping you would say it.
I was gonna
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
I was gonna see how
There
long
goes
you
the
would...
bacon,
Okay,
Mrs.
stop.
Trill.
I was gonna see how long you would hold it out.
I was hoping you would back me up, but you never
well,
do.
I was just building
You never sing with
anticipation.
me. Unless it's Hamilton on stream. You sing with me in the car. But you only sing Hamilton with me on stream. And it makes me sad.
It's because I'm not vocally trained.
Shut up.
Why would I try and broadcast my inferior abilities?
You do not have
next to
inferior
yours?
abilities.
Oh, please.
I have inferior abilities.
I want to know who in the world thinks this makes pancake flipping easy. When you flip a pancake, it is not solid all the way through. Otherwise, you don't need to flip it. Can you imagine what that would be like? Sticking a hook through a half-cooked pancake?
It would just slide right through.
Yeah. It would not flip them. And you can threaten political dissenters. These standard recommended voltages.
Oh, it's exclamation point musical.
Sing song.
The sing door.
Yeah. The play door.
Man, I sing a lot. Look at that count. No, you did good.
Thanks, Soren. I sense some bad blood between you and Gunnar.
It's more like Gunnar dumping bad blood onto me, repeatedly, while laughing.
Man, this
I
is
try
so
to
much
be
food.
patient, given his history, but what a Neanderthal, that one. I can't reason with a man who only speaks fist. Between you and me, he's never been the same since that terrible crash years ago.
What happened to him?
I don't know that it's my place to speak of it, but his boat sank to the bottom of the bay, and he hasn't sailed since. Now he stays locked up in that pub of his.
Goodbye.
Well, on with it.
I feel like the lag is getting better.
Think so?
It still happens, but it's not like it was at the beginning.
It's not as, terribly noticeable.
Have we talked to Dagny in a while?
No, we haven't talked to her since we got here.
I didn't think it was possible to be this cold.
Oh, maybe
Can't
she's
you
just
go
the
inside?
worst.
I keep asking people to fix
Maybe.
this
As far as the lag
broken
goes.
and watch over my ship.
Her,
You know what Gunnar told
animation
me?
is kind of
Freeze
like the
for
most
all I care.
HD.
He's the worst human being.
Well, she's also standing the closest to
Yeah,
us
that's what I
of
mean.
any of the characters.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do machine things?
I've picked up a few things.
I don't care what they say. You're okay, Nancy Drew.
Oh, thank you. I want this stuff off.
Why can't she go inside?
She wants to watch the ship,
Ah.
but this heater's broken, so we can fix the heater.
Oh, we can?
That's what we were just talking about, yep.
Oh. Well, you were talking on top of her, so
Sorry.
I wasn't listening.
There, yeah.
So we're gonna do this middle management style. That is, you do the work.
This
and
puzzle's
I
very hard.
Supervise.
Oh,
Each
this
of
is
those
when we
circuit
have to
pieces will
put
attach
these in the
anywhere on
thing.
this board,
And
but there are
create these
special numbers
totals.
You've got to watch out for. Covered numbers add together to give that piece a total value. If you can use all 5 pieces to hit all 5
I would
target
like to know
values,
what
the heater
person
will be fixed.
You know,
designed
I'm
this
actually
heater
not
this
sure
way.
Yeah,
how
that's not exactly how electricity
works.
works.
Oh yeah? Okay. Where'd you get your PhD in electricitology again?
Electricitology? You like this puzzle? I find it so difficult. I find this
It's
one of the more difficult
but
puzzles
I do like
in the game.
that it tells you.
If you know this much, why haven't you tried to fix it yet?
Hey, if I had to do all the hard thinking around here, you'd be out of a job.
So, where'd you come from?
The United States?
Hey, me too.
Hey!
Yes.
Ish.
I'd just like to get to know you a little.
I went to school, and then I had a job, and then I was married, and then I wasn't. And now I have another job involving definitely legal treasure hunting activities.
Oh.
That's me.
Are you like this
Definitely.
with everyone?
Anyone who
Wait,
isn't paying me.
Why is the 0
If you
grayed
want to
out?
write me a check, I can tell you a sad backstory.
Oh, just because it's not a
Pretend
positive
real.
or negative
Sorry.
number.
Oh,
Left
okay.
But you
my
still have to
checkbook
hit
at
it.
the lodge.
Yes,
Maybe
of
next
course,
time, then.
Susan. Yes, of
I
course,
mean,
Susan.
Are you an open book with every
Just do
stranger who
exclamation
crosses your
point
path?
giveaway if you wish to
Well,
join.
no,
And
because I
then
don't
at
like to talk
about
about
9:30 or
myself much
9:45
either.
tonight, I'll
What's
pull
your
all the
jam?
winners.
Witness protection
It'll be
program?
random draw.
Arch nemesis.
None of those. I guess it's that I meet so many interesting people, I just feel ordinary by comparison.
Nah, everyone's normal to themselves. People think my job is all glam and adrenaline, but that all got boring years ago. Now it's just 9 to 5 headache involving lots
Oh,
of diplomacy
zero.
and occasional gunfire. But you, a gal your age working as a sleuth,
If you get this
all on your own? That's admirable.
I don't think
Thanks.
that's gonna
I guess
happen.
this is my normal. I'm a pretty lucky girl.
Anyways,
I
it's
have
probably for
enough
the best that you
negatives.
stay quiet. Don't talk to strangers, kiddo.
Can I rotate these?
It's worked out for me.
That's a 0.
It is. Do you think you can hit -9 with that?
Oh. Probably not.
Because you can't overlap them.
Yeah. You're chewing really loud.
I'm trying to eat slower so I don't crunch.
It's okay.
Okay, Holland.
What?
You have to pick any location from a Nancy Drew game to live in for 60 days. Where would you pick?
Australia.
We don't go to Australia in a Nancy Drew game.
Well, that's not my fault.
I said from a Nancy Drew game.
0.
And when I say, like, any location, you know, it'd be like Blackmore Manor or, you know, like Skip Rot or whatever. Like the place, how it's presented to us in the game. You picked the one place we haven't been. Nancy has also never been to South America. Or Africa. No, she went to Egypt. That's Africa.
Technically.
But Nancy has never been to South America.
60 days?
60 days. And, like, you have all of the stuff like, you know, electricity and plumbing and Wi-Fi. Like, you have all of the, like, necessary comforts. It's just the location.
Gotcha. Which one of these is -1? This one?
Yeah.
I don't know, my brain's thinking too hard on this one. This thing right now.
Okay, you can answer it after you finish the puzzle. You can think about that later. I think it would be fun to have Nancy go to, like, Brazil or something like that. Chile. Oh, CJ and I had the same thought. Brazilian mystery would be cool. Rio de Janeiro.
Name some of the places that she goes. I'm gonna have to start over.
Okay. I'll just list them in game order because it's the easiest way for my brain to organize them.
-9. Wait, how am I missing one? Oh, because these both were 0.
Or both -1 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, name some of the places she goes.
That you hit a 1 somewhere when you were floating around in here. You hit 1. Florida, New York City, San Francisco, Wisconsin, Wisconsin ski resort specifically, St. Louis, Washington D.C., park on a lake in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, the San Juan Islands off of Washington State, Arizona, London, Titusville, which is nondescript town. It could probably be like anywhere in the Midwest. What's after that? So technically, Last Train, you could consider the train, or Nevada or Colorado. The game kind of takes place in all of those locales. Then you've got Paris, Hawaii, Alberta, Canada, New Orleans, Venice.
Probably Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
60 days.
Yeah.
Peru would be pretty interesting for a mystery for sure.
Man, I'm so close.
Yeah. This is why this puzzle hurts me.
So that would be 1. What if we did this? I need to get a -1 and a 1. It's a 0. It's not helpful.
Oh, I think you just hit it somewhere, but it might have been where you had it before.
I did. I had a...
Good choice, CJ says. I would pick...
Venice would be cool too.
Yeah, I think I would pick Venice, obviously, because I have such a fascination for Venice. I also think New Zealand would be beautiful.
Oh, I forgot about New Zealand.
Yeah, I haven't made it there that far
yet.
yet.
That would be a good one.
But also Japan, you know? And, even Germany would be really cool for 60 days. I know you're no commenting on Venice because you've been to Venice because you're cooler than us. Okay, we get it. When is Nancy going to Korea? You know, that'd be really cool. Hopefully, when is Nancy ever going to go anywhere ever again? Because I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm just not confident that Nancy's going anywhere ever again with her interactive.
That was the strangest wiring panel.
Good
I've ever
job!
seen. But I think the heat's on.
Also, Athens,
Toast.
Greece.
Feels
would be
just
cool.
like home.
By the
by,
I
have you
just
been
want
up
to
to
take a world
Magnus's
tour with
cabin
you
yet?
and go everywhere that Nancy's
He
been.
has a cabin up in the hills.
You want to do it?
Elizabeth keeps a key in her bag.
And
Talk
we'll
about
stream that
refusing to
game
let
in the
go.
location.
But there's no way
That'd be
she'd
fun.
ever give it to you.
So I'll need to find a way.
You
to
choose
get her
Paris.
off that deck.
Delightful.
If I were you, I'd get a little sneaky about it.
We did go to New Orleans already, so you can check that one off the
Yeah,
list.
we did go to New Orleans. And I've been to Washington, D.C.
I need to know who was present at the time of the festival.
And I've been
I
to
was
Florida.
We didn't go
Who
there
else did you
together.
see?
Only
True.
Gunnar.
We haven't gone to
Elizabeth
New York
and
City
Soren
together
were
either, but we
thoroughly
have both
MIA.
been.
Although half of Iceland is probably
Yeah.
related to itself, so people kind of look alike.
I would
Goodness
probably choose
something.
Greece or Iceland. Iceland would be cool too, but also I would only
So
want to
how
live
long
there
were you
for
working on the
60
ship
summer days.
About 2
Yeah.
years, on and off a bit. Magnus supervised the rebuilds. I provided the
Oh,
cash.
yeah.
That's
I
a long
remember
time to
reading
hang
about that.
around in Iceland.
Her Interactive
Have you
put
been
their
in
office
Skip
space
Rock
up for
all that
lease.
time?
Really?
No. I think the locals
And some
would
people
have
are
all
saying
agreed
it's
by
fine,
now if that
everybody's
were the
just
case.
working from home
I don't like
anyway.
to stay in one place for too
But
long.
Why's that?
if that doesn't
You
sound a
stay in
little
one
bit
place,
scary.
people start to need you and feel things about you and all that icky, weird stuff. I'm not really the having friends type.
I'd like to think you and I are on friendly terms.
What is this?
Yeah,
We
that's
gonna hold
official.
hands and sing
They put their
campfire
office space
songs
up for
now?
lease.
This is why I don't like
Get lost,
dialogue,
Drew.
because I have no idea
Find
what
my
they're
gold.
saying.
Oh, sorry.
I have no idea what is relevant to the plot.
I will stop talking.
What do you think of Gunnar?
In terms of the treasure, he tried to sabotage the festival last year, and the year before that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a stunt of his.
I found a radio on board, but I need a key to turn it on. Can I borrow yours?
Here you go.
Hey, that was easy. Now, how do I operate the thing?
I don't know. I don't have radio experience. I have business experience.
Figures. Well, thanks anyway. Talk to you later.
See ya, Drew.
Did that. Haven't done that. Can't check that off. Haven't done. Can't check. Haven't done. That's done. It's a glove. Wonder who it belongs
The first time I
to.
played this game, I literally thought that was a hand because it's kind of flesh colored when it's laying on the rock, and I was like,
Nancy, you just got dark.
hack at it
Yeah.
with your hook,
With my
your
Cocoa
pancake hook.
Crinkles. I don't think I can do anything with that book.
Oh. Just kidding. I can't finish this.
I don't see anything I can interact with in here.
Yeah, the glove is the only thing you can see on your first trip.
I'm cold!
I'm sorry.
Just like, I have goosebumps under...
Usually I'm the one that's freezing and you're the one that's like hot, so it's weird that it's like flipped. Oh my gosh!
Party of 2.
Hello, Arox. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you doing today? Were you doing more Fall Guys? And hello to the raiders.
Oh. Whoops. Here we go.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
absolutely. There's room for everyone.
No one's there.
Magnus? Magnus, is that you?
Guess again.
Uh-oh.
Who is this?
Wait, I can explain. I didn't know he was going to go missing. And
Definitely.
also, I haven't filled out all
You're
the paperwork
amazing.
for the guy in Munson
You've got
yet.
a
Okay, so
mysterious
I'm not
quality I
filling
find
videos, but
very
I don't
intriguing.
guess what I'm saying is,
Thank you so much for the
don't
follow,
fire me.
Pravman Diablo.
I'm not here to fire you.
So you're not working with my boss?
Nope.
Oh man, that's a relief. Well then, this is control tower number 32, operator Alex Lintrong speaking.
Hi, Alex. I'm
I
Nancy.
remember kind of liking her.
Alex is probably my favorite character. No, I don't know about favorite, but I like Alex a lot. I tried to spruce up my alerts a little bit. If you've noticed, they have like new sound effects.
Yeah, I
and stuff.
noticed that when we did Aviary Attorney.
So like I took a line from Secrets Can Kill to match the Daryl alert that I had, and I had a Pokemon raid, so I did some Pokemon music and such on, so on and so forth. Had a
I'm
lot
an
of disconnects, but
detective trying to find
technology is
out
always
more
giving me a
about
hard time.
Magnus.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's a lot of food.
I know.
You should save that and take it to work on Monday.
Yeah,
did you
I'm
hear?
thinking I should.
Put it in like a Tupperware so it's sealed, so it
Yeah.
doesn't go bad,
I don't know if I can tell you.
and then take it to
Why
work.
not?
Because that'd be really
Whoever
good
took him,
lunch.
they might come
Yeah, it
after
would
me
be.
too. And if my boss finds out someone went missing on
Okay,
my watch,
I'm gonna
I
go
didn't
pack that
report
up,
it.
and I will be back.
I need
Okay.
this internship. If I
Would
get
you do me a
fired here, I'll
big
be a
favor?
barista
Mhm.
until
Would
I
you just
die.
put my
I'm
Tupperware down by
allergic
my
to
lunch
coffee,
bag,
man. I can't
which
go
is right
back.
by the
I
door?
can't go back to that life.
Thank you.
Alex, slow down and stay calm.
Thank you.
I need your help. If what you're saying is true, Magnus might be in serious danger. But you don't have to handle this alone.
Okay, I heard Magnus calling in early morning, same as always, just to say hi around 6. Then we started chatting, just like we always do. He was excited about the ship he was piloting. He said it was his baby. He started pulling into Skipbrougght Harbor. I heard a voice on board, I mean. He went to go check it out, left the radio on. I heard shouting, fighting, then nothing. Just silence.
That's not good. I think this investigation just went from missing persons to abduction.
It's dark out there, and the water's cold. But I know he didn't go on his own. That's why I'm keeping my head down.
Was the voice you heard male or female?
I couldn't tell. I was too freaked out, and they were too distant. I hope he's okay.
Who are you?
Just a lowly undergrad assigned to a cubicle, a pair of headphones, and a computer. I'm here on an internship for my maritime psychology degree. My parents said I'd never find a paying job. Shows them. Me and Magnus, we were kind of buddies. I mean, we never met or anything, but whenever he'd radio in, he always wanted to chat. Not a lot of people want to chat with me.
Good job.
You don't sound Icelandic, though.
Nope. Massachusetts.
So, what are you doing here?
Whoa. Deep. I gotta think about that one. I mean, what are any of us doing in this crazy, messed up world, you know?
I think I
No,
touched
I mean in
beef juice to my
Iceland, in a control
glasses.
tower. You know, that stuff.
Oh, that. I work in the harbor controller's office. I keep track of ship movement and speak with anyone taking a ship to harbor in Iceland.
My hoodie, your hoodie, matches the background.
Yeah, my shirt kind of does too.
What can you tell
Oh,
me
just
about
read. Happy
Magnus?
stream. Thank you. Thank you.
Good weird.
Stream anniversary has been going well. We are 9 hours into our 12-hour marathon.
It's the most interesting thing you've heard in days. He bottles
Chilly.
up thoughts and distills them.
Oh, interesting.
Get the friction going. You just combust into flames.
What on earth as a maritime
do
psychology
exclamation point
degree.
following.
I have a 30-page thesis answering exactly that question, but it can all be boiled down to 2 words. Sailor feelings.
Oh, interesting. What did you mean by daily logs earlier?
There are these logs I'm supposed to fill out
Can you
whenever a
cut
vessel
through the
passes through
dialogue?
us.
Oh my
So,
god.
are they filled out?
Use the restroom real
Kind
quick.
of. I turned one sheet into an homage to my relationship with my mom, another into
Sorry.
the super cool drawing of a whale. I haven't been keeping tabs on vessels as well as I should be.
How cool are we talking?
The coolest! I actually stapled it to my cubicle wall, and regardless, I don't have any records of Magnus going through our waters.
Have you met Dagny?
Is that the super mercenary one? Always freezing, kinda sassy?
Sounds like her.
She used to call me all the time. Always tried to get information about Magnus's plans to come in and out of harbor. Joke's on her. I'm so disorganized, I can't match my sock colors, let alone keep records of Magnus's charting. She always wanted to know when he'd be gone. I never told her, obviously.
What was she trying to do in his absence?
No clue. But I did some internet stalking on her. One of my many talents. I found out she's wanted in the States for skimming some cash off a treasure find in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, that explains why she's been hanging around in Iceland, I guess. What do you know about Soren?
That guy who runs the festival?
Yes.
He's worked with us a few times. Always seems like there's something just under the surface with that one. Cheerful and yet angry. Or bitter. Like he was holding something back. They say Icelanders never forget a grudge.
They do.
And by they, I actually just mean me.
Okay, sounds good. A-Rox, I hope you have a great dinner. I hope KFC sounds delicious. So, have a good rest of the day if we don't get to see you again. But if you do, then we'll see you soon.
I need a way to distract someone on board this ship.
So you can do what exactly?
Snoop through their stuff.
Hey, at least you're honest about it. Acceptance is the first step to healing. Yeah, I can help.
What do I do?
Hold up, Klepto. I've got a favor to ask first.
Okay, name your
She said she would tell us how to distract people that are on the boat with us.
The light's busted right now.
So we can
You can
snoop
get up there and fix that
around.
light. It means
But she says we have to go up and fix the lighthouse for her to tell us how to do it.
I'll give it a whirl.
my cell number is
She said something about snuggle blanket.
978-555-0139.
Yeah,
call when you're
because she said
standing
it's
in front
cold
of
up
the
there,
light.
so
I'll
that's why
tell you
she's
what
not
to
going to
do
go do it. Because she wants to just be home with her snuggle blanket.
Any other information for me?
Not really. Mostly I just kick it in this cubicle and keep my tall
Right,
lifestyle
A-Rox?
blog updated. It's called Ship Facts. Want to hear about it?
Do I want to hear about it? Sure.
Well, sure. Educate me.
Okay. Ship Fact. The forecastle on a
Oh,
ship
that's
refers
right.
to
You
the
get
upper
ship
forward
facts
deck
from
of
her.
a sailing ship. But
That's
it's
why it's called
pronounced-
Ship Facts.
Why is that?
Try pronouncing it like an English sailor with no formal education. Forecastle. Forecastle. Over time it whittled down. Get it?
Hey, that's pretty neat. Bye-bye.
So now you can head to the lighthouse if you want, using the little dinghy.
We gotta fix the wiring though on it, don't we?
Oh, yeah. The little pamphlet that you picked up from Soren should show you how. How do we fix it again? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there.
I'll need to find something to help translate these first.
Oh, do we? Oh, we have to get it. A dictionary from the shop.
Spent all my money on souvenirs.
I just want to buy a sweater.
No, why can't we buy a dang sweater?
I thought you could. Oh, see,
Ha.
now you can.
You want a gray one though, right?
Preferably.
Oh, I don't think you can buy a gray one. I think you can only buy this
The
one.
Soren sweater.
I'll buy you a sweater.
Okay.
I don't know how much money I have though. Yeah.
Now
I'll buy you a
Soren
sweater.
and I are sweater twins.
Make sure you get a dictionary though too.
Oh, I don't know if I have enough money for that. This one?
Yeah.
Maybe if I
Don't
save
have
a
enough
little
money because I
more.
bought you a sweater.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom too.
Alright, I'm gonna go make some money. Ah, crap.
Bon. Te. Nailing it. I bet Gulrot is garlic.
No, it's carrot. I already did that.
Oh. Nice. Now you have lots more money.
Yeah, I can buy a dictionary. Okay, we'll buy the dictionary first. Do we want one of these? Oh, where's my money?
Scroll to the left.
Ugh.
No.
How much is one of these? No. What about these?
No.
About a cup.
Yeah.
Excellent taste.
Let's look at how much stuff we have in our bag.
I want to buy a postcard.
Okay.
This one. No. No, that one's boring. That one's boring too. Oh, lame.
Why don't you have sucky postcards, Soren?
I want to buy this sword. We just gotta make lots of money.
We do.
About this. Oh, we can buy. Oh.
A Tuli? Don't have enough money.
We need more money.
Can he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Delicious.
that's a nice one.
What about this? Oh, too much.
He looked very fluffy,
I can't
though.
afford that.
What about this one?
No.
No, we need more money. We need to buy.
Okay, have fun eating dinner.
We need to buy all the things.
Thank you for being here.
Store.
Yeah.
I will get.
CJ did that when he played this, I think. He grinded money and bought everything.
Oh, that's a nice one.
All right, we'll buy these lame postcards.
Look at our bag. Wow, look all our stuff!
Yeah. Yay! I like how we just have the price tag on everything. What are we doing?
Now we gotta go fix the boat so that we can go to the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
Can't check that off. Can't check. That's done. Still have. Can't check. Can't check. Still have to do that.
Still can't check it. What? Nancy got bars.
Yep.
Okay, so we gotta translate
The motor's
everything
intact, but I'll need
with
to
the
replace
book.
the spark plugs and cables.
Situated at the edge of the Arctic Circle, Iceland's population is relatively small, just over 300,000, with the majority living in and around the thoroughly modern capital city of Reykjavik. Travelers can drive the ring road to visit small fishing villages along the coastal fringes, though travelers straying off the main road will frequently find themselves in need of an all-terrain vehicle. The island's interior remains wild, a visual delight of ice fields, waterfalls, glaciers, mountains, and volcanic features. Vikings arrived in the 9th
It was like this. Features. Vikings! Please don't read all of this. This is what we want. Is the numbers.
Oh, jeez.
So these are the recommended voltages. 16, 9, 19, and 13. I actually have these all written if you want.
The majority of Icelanders use flamethrowers. Think the river father instead of thermos. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So, what you need to do is we'll have to use, well, this one will be 16, 9. So these are those. So 16, 9, 19, and 13. And we have to connect them to numbers, like red numbers and black numbers, respectively, that equate to that number. So the first one is 16.
Which is which one?
The sextan one. And, but we need to put these down first. So we need to pick one red and one black number that equals to 16.
Don't like math.
So
what numbers do we have?
This is 8. I have these written down.
Oh.
This is 8.
Mm-hmm.
This is 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is 4.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is 12.
Mm-hmm.
This is 9. This is 10. And this is 7.
So what do we have? We have to do
16 first.
What?
Yeah. 16, 9, 19, and 13.
Well, I think we have to use the 12 with 19.
So it would be 12 and 7, which is still this one. So that would be 19, which
So
is
this
the Nityan. Yeah, Nityan.
So then what was the next highest number?
16, which is the first one.
No. The next highest of these plugs, I'm sorry.
Oh, 10 is 2. That
Do
one.
we have a 6?
We do not.
Okay, so then that can't be right. So it'll have to be the 12, and the 10 will have to go here.
So then 12 and 4, which is Führer, is 16. And then 10,
and 9,
which is new.
this
Yep.
one.
So that would be 19 Nityan. And then 13 is the bottom one, which is the next biggest.
Uh-huh. What's our next highest number here?
We have 8 is Atta.
Do we have an 8 and a 5?
We do. Atta and Fim.
Or
That
This
that
one?
one is, yeah.
and then
It's
this?
like Tretan. Good job.
It's working. Don't know whose boat this is, but I'll just...
Now to the lighthouse. Beautiful.
I need to take my vacation at the library.
What if Bjork did the soundtrack to this game?
Locked. Can't
Hey
fix
there,
anything
how's it
until I get
going?
inside.
That would make it super Icelandic, you're right. How's it going? Good to see you.
Okay.
Well, I made it to the top.
I'm doing pretty
Better
good.
Give Alex a call.
I like how we just magically have a picture of
Yeah.
it.
Maybe there's like some sort of technology in the Nancy universe where like when you
Okay,
give
I'm in
somebody
the
your
lighthouse.
number,
Awesome.
they like
I
get
can
your
remote the
profile
power from here,
picture.
but I'm going
Yeah.
to need you to get all the pieces in place first. One of our staff programmers wrote a new idiot-proof failure mechanic for it. Anyways, I think you need to mix the color channels to create white light. When all of the channels are white, the light will power back on.
This process sounds anything but simple.
Yeah, exactly. That's programmers for you. Give it a whirl and give me a call if you get stuck.
I need to create white light to get the lighthouse
This puzzle's very
running
hard
again.
on senior. So you have, if you collide two balls of the same color together, they become the next color. And you have to progress them until you have 7 white lights.
Hmm. Did that wrong.
This is your favorite Nancy Drew puzzle?
This is like that game called Threes, where you have to merge the number 3.
So we have 1 white light so far. Oh man. Holland better at this puzzle than I am. Snap! Man, we're in turbo mode!
Not exactly. The way I play this game is I just don't think too much about it. And just like go as long as I can.
I have a problem in life with thinking too much. Oh my gosh, you only need 2 more! You're the best!
Thanks, best friend.
You're welcome, best friend.
We're getting kind of
full.
Yeah.
You know you can go down too, right?
Yeah, I know, but then I can't do that or it messes me up.
Okay.
Crap. Did that wrong. Crap.
Oh, you got it! Nailed it first try! First try! On senior mode!
Yeah.
Let's go! That was honestly impressive.
Thank you.
Like, that was really good. That was really good. See, everybody says that was great. That was so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we fixed it. So now we can go back and tell her, and she'll tell us how to.
Oh no.
Oh no. Now we're gonna die.
Oh, that's not
You know,
good.
we haven't saved like at all. Maybe we should do that. Ah!
That WUZ good.
That was scared me so bad. I haven't heard that alert since I updated it.
It's so cold.
Thank you for the bits.
What was it?
It was Dare giving bits.
Oh.
But I
was it the Zelda thing?
That was a Paper Mario sound effect. But that scared me bad. I didn't know what was happening. I forgot that I made that, that I updated that alert with that noise.
Okay?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Whew. Woo!
I don't remember what to do.
Okay, turn around. And look at the panel where you're locked in. And look right there. Right there.
Okay, small numbers at the bottom, big number at the
These
top.
numbers equate to this number. These numbers equate to this number. These numbers equate to this number, all the way up to the top.
Stupid. Well, I feel like 63 has to be at the top. Right?
Well, what? 63 minus 36 is what?
Oh, no. 58?
No, that's not how math works.
I don't know.
This is a timed puzzle, I know that.
Yeah.
63 minus 36 is 27.
Do we have a 27?
We do, yes.
Okay.
So then
Could also be 58 itself, but we'll see.
27 minus 13 would be 14.
Uh-huh.
And then 36 minus 14 would be 22.
13 and 9 is 22. 9 and
5
is 14.
5 and 8.
Is 13. 8, 5 and 3. 2 and 3 is 5.
Okay.
9 and 7 is 2. Or 9 and
Wow.
7 and 2 is 9.
Well, look at that.
7
Looky that.
and 6 is 13.
Nailed it first try.
Now we can run away.
Yeah. Speed running tonight. Exactly.
You having a good time?
Yeah, I am.
Thank you.
Now we can ask Alex from the safety of the little navigation cabin.
Her little snuggle blanket.
I want a snuggle blanket. I have a snuggle blanket, so.
Me too.
Woohoo! Thanks, you saved my butt.
Glad I could help.
Okay, let's talk about stealing stuff.
I prefer the term snooping.
Whatever, Klepto. You need a distraction? I got one. There's an alarm hidden in Magnus's captain's chair.
Back in the wheelhouse?
Yep. Hopefully you're using it for the forces of good, but hey, no judgment.
Which is where you are. I think you're in the wheelhouse. Now Elizabeth will leave.
I can't really hear
It's
it.
going.
Oh.
Can you guys imagine if I ever did a speed run?
No.
I would be panicking the whole time. You can snoop through her things now.
I know, I'm trying to get to them. Where the heck am I?
Yeah. Oh. Turn. Oh. Spin. Spin.
I can't spin! They're right there! Licky
This must
loo.
be the key
Ew,
to
that sounds
Magnus's
gross.
cabin. I'll just be borrowing this. I have a feeling Elizabeth never opened her gift. 4 crystals of each
Elizabeth,
color.
happy birthday, Seita. This time your gift is hidden under lock and key. In my room, you'll find a shelving unit containing my old Sulfurberg crystal collection. I created the unit myself. Inside, you'll find a colored display light in each compartment. When the colored lights conform to the rules of the box, your gift will be revealed. The rules, of course, 4 yellow and 4 blue crystals must be lit in each row and column with no more than 2 of the same color adjacent. The item concealed within that footlocker is your reward. It is, without doubt, the most valuable gift I have ever given. Please know I had no intent to hide it from you all this time. It was complicated, but it rightfully belongs to you, and I can't hide it any longer. Don't tell anyone else about it, especially Dagny. I'll explain more when the festival's over. All my love, Magnus.
Anything else in here?
I don't think so. I think those are important things, but you can open the door.
Elizabeth
I'm
must
just
have
kidding.
locked it. What on earth is in here?
Okay, well now we can go to Magnus's cabin.
Oh, he's not talking about a footlocker in here?
Mm-mm.
What about this thing?
No, those are the things we need the sounding numbers for, but we still are missing pieces of the sounding thing.
Well, we don't have a map. So how are we supposed to get to his cabin?
Just jump on and see if Nancy knows. Gonna grab some dinner, BRB. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, she just suddenly knows how to get there. Oh, we're getting more phone calls.
Hey, Nancy, it's me. Are you busy right now?
Just a little. Why?
Oh no, no reason. Just checking in. Just wanted to make sure you were alive and stuff. If you totally are, that's great.
What should I say?
You can choose.
You pick.
You're clicking.
You want to be nice to Ned, so.
Are you okay?
Ned, you sound funny. Are you okay?
This call is truly the worst thing in any Nancy Jr.
Normal. I'm just doing normal people stuff. You know? Normal.
I'm just getting a strange vibe.
No, listen. I just wanted to tell you about something.
Ned.
Sorry. I just,
Please tell me what's wrong. Is
Please,
Ned
tell me
drunk?
what's wrong?
You know, there are theories that he went out and got drunk with Bert while watching the football game. I've heard that theory.
Ned? Ned? What on earth is going on?
Can't be bothered. Continues. CJ, how old did you turn yesterday? 91. Wow, you don't look a day older than 88. CJ just has that youthful vibe, you know?
Is that a pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
What is on it?
I think it's the Nancy silhouette, but the angle of the pumpkin and the camera makes it look like a blooby blob like this.
A blooby blob? Like, what? Can someone please clip that? Okay.
I do really embarrassing things sometimes, and a lot of times I can laugh it off, but sometimes I can't.
It's okay. I think you're really entertaining. It looks like a blooby blob. That was good. That was good. I liked it.
What kind of nerd cuts a jack-o'-lantern and sends it into her interactive at CJ?
A big nerd.
Only nerds do that.
Yep. Okay.
I was trying to think of something clever to explain my beauty, and then I got blindsided with an insult. Man, Dare is attacking you tonight. CJ, what are you gonna do? Okay, Magnus, I'll have a list of edits on these soon. In the meantime, please give me a call. The level of timeless poignancy and maturity in these pieces is absolutely staggering. Through it, we see your struggle, your hardship, your darkness. Might as well call you Ishmael because these limericks are, without doubt, the next Moby Dick. Gracie, calm down. There once was a pirate down under who set out for glory and plunder. But after 3 hours of gray skies and showers, he was scared off by lightning and thunder. The kraken with tentacles reaching crushed the ship with a terrible screeching, and nothing could save from a watery grave those poor souls who were silenced beseeching. What?
Yet you're embarrassed about calling something a blooby blob? You're reading this with more gusto.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be in character.
You were in character talking about your blooby blob.
Stop saying it.
It's a great description. You know, it's like a and variant of Gooper Blooper. It's Blooby Blob. Look out! It's Blooby Blob.
CJ said, "My hatred for Ned is what keeps me youthful." Also, polar water TM. Oh, I wasn't finished. Thou once was a sailor so brash, who could climb the rat lines in a flash. In a show of great boast, he tripped from his high post and fell down to the deck with a smash. There was an old sea salt named Peg, with 6 fingers and only 1 leg. His advice given me, which I'll pass on for free, is don't set candles on a powder keg. That doesn't seem like the right cadence, but that's fine. There once was a young boy from Spain who went out to fish in the rain. He came back that night without 1 single bite, and he never went fishing again. There was a sailmaker from Prague who had a bit too much of the grog. He came to the docks wearing nothing but socks, which earned him a well-deserved flog. Stop it, Dare!
Blooby Blob TM.
Oh my gosh. Oh. We should have played Labyrinth of Lies.
This is a Blooby Blob.
Oh no. We should have played Labyrinth of Lies.
Why do you say that?
No, because I wouldn't make weird voices reading limericks like that.
You would do other weird things.
You're right, I would do other weird
Let's
things.
be honest here.
That blob is extra bloopy. Oh, my head hurts a little bit.
It's the bloobiest.
I can't.
Don't choke.
Oh, my head hurts.
It'll make you a Blooby Blob.
She's like... Oh my
That's
gosh.
the expression of a Blooby Blob.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I came back to. My husband. Oh, that hurt my.
I don't know how to make clips.
Hurts. I know how to make clips, but I've done it like 3 times in my entire 5 years on Twitch.
Why am I looking at this?
To see the things Magnus loves, like cheesecake and pots.
Coffee and chandeliers? Pots? Whatever that is?
Is that a real account? Is that a real account?
Is that the Blooby Blob dance?
It's a real account! This person is gonna be like, who the heck is V Budkey and why did I get a sub?
Please whisper that person the clip.
Oh no!
Of the Blooby
I have to
Blob.
send them a cease and desist. Welcome for subbing, Blooby. Oh no.
Please whisper that to Blooby Blob.
No! Blooby Blob is gonna report me to Twitch for harassment!
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh! Y'all be wildin', okay?
We? Us? You're not
Derek is...
What?
Derek is gifting subs to a real account called Blooby Blob. Everything hurts. Oh, I like that puzzle, the crow's nest puzzle. You whispered them, CJ. Oh, I hope it's an inactive account.
Perfect.
I hope they haven't logged in years.
They forgot their password.
Blobby Blue.
Blooby Blob. Okay, what is this talking about? The eruptions? This is it. Solution is divide into groups of 6. No group touching another.
Happy
Attempt to touch the festival
stream-iversary.
grounds. Goddamn.
Thank you so much, HS, for subbing for 30 months!
Hey.
I really appreciate
I'm
it.
good.
We are almost 10 hours in.
Hi, Moggs. It's me. Haven't talked to you in a while. Like a month. Or seen you. Or anything. Can we
Thank you,
chat
Dare.
about things tonight? I literally can't believe you still have a landline. What are you, 90? Anyways, call me back. I think I found something big. I want to show it to you. I stashed it in my bag for now, but I think this could be a part of our big break, you know what I mean? Moggs, please pick up. I'm sorry about last night. I didn't mean what I said. Call me, please. Hi, Magnus. It's Gracie from International Publishing House. Just wanted to reach out about your latest manuscript. The editors really enjoyed Merman, an exploration of postmodernist masculinity and nautical limericks. And we would love to extend a formal publishing agreement. We do have some questions about scope. We think 240 limericks might be a little much. Is there any way you could cut that down?
240.
Anyway, give me a call back and I'd love to chat further.
We have slowly descended into madness, Brandon. That's what you've come back to.
Don't call me back.
You missed the bloopiest
You owe me
blob.
this, Magnus. You owe me this talk. We've been together 4
Not to be
years.
confused with the blobby
4
blue.
years, and you think you can just walk out on me whenever things get tough? Just disappear. That's not how this works. That's not okay. You have to let people in. I love you so much. Please don't do this to me. Magnus. Everyone else, fine. But not me.
Never confuse it with the blobby blue. That's
I'm
unacceptable.
going to destroy your happiness the way you destroyed mine. I hate you.
I just said something dumb and it went haywire.
You're going to regret it.
Hey, remember the plan we laid out for today? Remember the part when we were all like, hey, we should crash the ship into the harbor and then abandon it, leaving Dagny to handle all the PR fallout? Yeah, me neither. Thanks a lot, Magnus. Wherever you're hiding out, I hope you're happy with yourself.
Can we do the footlocker puzzle?
A dog bed, but no dog?
Check it. Check the dog bed. Yeah, we can. Pull that curtain back.
Dog toys? This must be related to the note Magnus left for himself.
Okay. For row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then in column A, B, C, D, F, E, F.
So in column B, dogs on outside edges. Like this.
Oh my gosh!
So
Thank you for 100 more bits!
Blooby blob.
Blooby blob. Thank you so much.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, I think so.
No adjacent toys of the same kind in row 2. No ponies in the left half of the cupboard. Both dogs are somewhere to the left of both puffins. Puffins are between the ponies. The dogs are adjacent.
Blue bump for blobbing. Oh my gosh.
Well, this is difficult.
Yeah, the puzzle's a lot harder, I think, on senior. Okay, so for row 1, both puffins are to the right of both dogs.
So we know we have 2 puffins.
Yeah.
So let's see.
You have to have 2 of each toy in each row and column, I know that.
Oh, each row and column and diagonal contains exactly 2 of each toy. And diagonal.
Oh, that's different from Junior.
So let's say each row, column, and diagonal contains exactly 2 of each toy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say there's 2 puffins here. Just to start. Maybe? See, the dogs sit between
the puffins. And then both dogs are somewhere above both ponies.
This is a mirrored pattern across the center, which means
it would be like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it'd
whatever.
Be 2 are in the middle and 2 are on that side. So wait, 1 and 6. It says the dogs are adjacent, so there'd have to be a dog here or here in row 6.
And if both puffins are to the right of both dogs, then that would make the first space also a dog.
No, the dog could be here.
That's true.
Or
even there.
Even there, because these just have to be... So... if it was like this, then there would be a pony here and here. Whatever is in this corner is also in this corner down here. Ooh, lost my mouse. And C, the dogs sit between the puffins. But that could mean that
anything.
Yeah.
The puffins could be as spaced apart as they needed to be.
But what that does mean is this can't be a dog. Because...
That's true.
The dog sits between the puffins, so the puffin would always be on the outside of the dog.
But a dog could be here or here.
Correct. So we know that's not a dog.
At least we know this has to be a puffin. So maybe...
yeah, so this one is definitely a puffin. So E, both dogs are somewhere between the ponies. So that means if this is a puffin, then the dogs has to be here or here to fit between a pony. So we know this one is a dog.
So
right?
Yeah,
so
that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Both dogs are somewhere to the left of both puffins. No, then that doesn't make sense. Because then you don't have space to put both puffins.
Right.
So then maybe a puffin doesn't go at the top there.
So then the puffin would have to go...
here, or it could be
or
at the end.
Or it could be at the end. So we know it's not here. And we know it's not here. So we could have a puffin here or here, right?
You can only have 2 puffins
I
in a
know,
row.
but this is probable. But we know we can't have a puffin here.
Right. But puffins could be in any of those 3 spaces.
Right. What about column C?
So then should we go ahead and put a horse in that 5th spot because it's the only thing that can go there?
Yes. Yes.
So then E, both dogs are somewhere between the ponies. Well, then that could be anything now.
Any of these could be a dog.
Any of these 3 could be a horse either.
Right. Well, it doesn't say they're adjacent, so it could be somewhere between. Okay, so column D, both dogs are somewhere above both ponies.
So this has to be a dog, right? No, because that could also be a dog.
No, it can't, because the puffin wouldn't be to the left. If this was a dog, this would then that puffin's to the left of it, and both puffins are to the right of both dogs. So this can't be a dog.
But it could be a horse.
But
it could be horse dogs. Oh no, both ponies. So it couldn't be
a pony.
A pony.
And it can't be a dog, so it has to be a puffin.
So then we can remove that puffin.
Okay. This is like really complex Sudoku.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
and
really
it's much harder in senior.
Yeah. Okay, so this says both puffins are to the right of both dogs. So we know this one, there's a dog and a pony somewhere over here.
Let's see if A or C answers it.
C, the dogs sit between the puffins.
So then
a
dog
can't be a dog.
So that one's got to be.
This one has to be a dog, and this one has to be.
So that's got to be row 1.
Okay. Wow.
So column A, the puffins are adjacent, but that doesn't really help us right now.
Correct.
Column B, we know that the dogs are on the outside edges.
Yep.
C, the dogs are between the puffins. That could mean anything.
Well, yeah, this has to be a puffin. Or this has to be a puffin. Because you can't fit 2 dogs. You can only fit 2 dogs on the end here. But 6 has the dogs adjacent, so this can't be a puffin. So the puffins have to be here to fit 2 dogs between them.
Why
And
couldn't
C.
this be a dog?
Well, this has to be... Wait. 6? The dogs are adjacent. That can't be a dog because then the dog won't be between a puffin and this one.
Oh, true.
So these have to be 2 dogs. Does that make sense?
Why couldn't this or this be a horse?
It could be.
Because if a puffin was here, you could have any of these, you could space those out.
Right. So we know that this has to be a dog because dogs have to be adjacent. And this can't be a dog because then it wouldn't be between a puffin. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay, so look. C says the dogs sit between the puffins.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
So if a dog is on the outside edge, it's not going to be between a puffin.
This stream right now is a dog and pony show, am I right? Gotta keep them blobs secret, especially if they're extra blooby.
So yeah, so this could be either a puffin goes here and there's 2 dogs, or a puffin goes here and there could be...
There's a horse somewhere in that mix.
There's a horse somewhere in this mix. But we can... Should I take these off, since we don't know for sure?
Yeah, I would take out the middle. No.
We don't know if that's a puffin. It could be a dog, and the puffin could go here, and this could be a pony.
That's true. That's true.
So, we just don't know. But the dog...
It just seems weird that it's dog and then dog.
Well, there has to be a dog here. Because, that's the only way you could fit a puffin on either end of 2 dogs. There's got to be a dog in this spot.
It couldn't be dog, puffin, horse?
What?
It couldn't be horse here, 2 dogs here, and then 2 puffins there?
Oh, it could, I guess. Yeah, okay. 6.
Just they're the dogs.
We got the dogs adjacent.
It just seems so weird to me that 1 and 6 would both start with dog.
Well, not necessarily, because it's the row and diagonally.
Okay.
And diagonally this way.
Okay.
D
column. Both dogs are somewhere above both ponies.
D column?
So the dogs can only be in 2, 3, and 4. But we just don't know.
We don't know. Well, this has to be a pony then. A pony has to go here.
Or it could be here. It could be like this, too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there has to be a pony here and here, or a pony here and here.
No, it could be a pony here and here, too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because they're not necessarily adjacent.
Correct.
Okay, well, that doesn't really help us. But there can't be... There has to be a dog here, though, right? Because if you fit a pony...
And, well...
Because you can't... If you fit 2 ponies here... Well, no, then you could have a dog here or here. So that doesn't help us.
In row 3, it says no ponies in the left half of the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if we want to try to go with that a little bit. But we know that neither of these can be dogs. So if there's no ponies or dogs allowed here, these both have to be puffins.
Okay.
So, right? Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
If no ponies are allowed in the left half of the cupboard, it has to be like that.
Or, yeah, and then this would have to be a dog.
Right.
And in C, the dogs sit between the puffins. So we know, well, this has to be a puffin.
Then that has to be a puffin, yeah. Okay, so maybe let's...
So is a diagonal across... Diagonal has to be across the whole thing. It can't include this.
It has to be, yeah.
Okay.
So we're still okay on that diagonal so far.
So we know a dog can't go here then.
Yeah. Or here, or here, or here.
Right.
So in column B, dogs on the outside edges, so we're already good with that.
Yeah.
And then column A, the puffins have to be adjacent. So we know this has to be a pony.
Yep. I see what you're saying. In row 5, the puffins are between the ponies, so they could really be anywhere. In here.
Yeah.
What about row D? Both dogs are somewhere above both ponies. That doesn't really help us out.
E, both dogs are somewhere between the ponies. Again, that doesn't really help us currently.
And then F, it's a mirrored pattern.
Well, at least we know Puffin would be at the bottom then.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess we could do a dog here. Technically.
Could be dog or pony.
Right.
Well, actually, if we're going diagonal, oh, that doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But there has to be... Well, there could be a puffin here. Or here. Yep, that works. That still lines up. There could also be a pony here. Except, what is row E? Both dogs are somewhere between the ponies. So that still adds up. About 5. The puffins are between the ponies. That could also still work out. So you could have a pony here.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. We don't know that there's a pony here. We can't be sure. But if we had a pony here, then this would have to be a dog. And it would be dog, dog, pony, pony.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try that?
We can, and if we have to adjust it, we'll just...
Okay. So the ponies are in the middle. And then our dogs are here and here. And then there would be a puffin either here or here. And a pony either here or here. But this 5 says the puffins are between the ponies, which still lines up. Because a puffin can go here or here vertically as well.
Mm-hmm. In 4, both dogs are...
Row 2 has no adjacent toys of the same kind. So
we can't put anything...
next to each other.
So then this has to be a pony.
And then this would have to be... Well, that could be a puffin or a pony.
Mm-hmm. But then that would make this a puffin. If we're going on diagonal.
Okay.
Which, if that's true, then both dogs are somewhere left of both puffins, so 2 of these 3 are... Dogs.
Which means... Well, no, this and this could be a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't figured out where that last puffin goes.
Well, if the dogs are somewhere left of both puffins, puffin could be here.
Right, and then these could both... No, but these can't both be dogs.
Okay, sounds good, Coco.
We can't have a dog here because...
Oh.
Of that. So this has to be...
We can't have a dog here either.
So then this is wrong.
Yeah. So let's take these 2 out. And let's swap these so that dogs are in the middle and ponies are...
Okay. Which means the puffins can go anywhere on row 5 because puffins are between the ponies. So that still works.
And then in 4... But in 4 that doesn't work because both dogs are somewhere to the left of both puffins. So that doesn't make any sense. Dogs can't be there then.
Why can't dogs be here?
Because both dogs are somewhere to the left of both puffins in row 4.
Oh, yeah. So then this has to be right. And then we just can't... We got this wrong. This was the one we got wrong.
Okay, so then let's not worry about the diagonal for now.
Okay.
But if both dogs are to the left of both puffins and they can't be here... we can't fit puffins. Like, dogs can't be here, so we only have these. And so, you know what I mean? Like, that has to be a puffin. So maybe we have even rows 1 and column F wrong, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything could be wrong. Like, everything we've placed could be wrong.
Alright, well, let's not reset let's just look back real quick. Okay, so row 1. Both puffins are to the right of both dogs. That's correct. However, why is this here? Because C says the dogs sit between the ponies. I think this is wrong. I think you were right that this is kind of suspicious.
So let's put
these back.
those back. But we know in column B, the dogs are on the outside edges, so it's got to be B and C that are the adjacent puppies. Which column C now says the dogs sit between the puffins. So again, that makes no sense.
In which one?
The dogs
C.
sit between the puffins. So if the dog has to be on the outside edges in this column, and in here the dogs have to be adjacent, and in here the dogs have to sit between the puffins, then this has got to be it, and that might be wrong.
This is wrong. Yeah, and then I don't know if this puffin goes at the top.
I don't either.
What if we did this?
Then we need to change.
I mean, we could move this around. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, there has to be a dog in the second spot in row 1 because of the column B.
Yeah, there has to be a dog here. Let's take these out. Let's just start this back over a little bit. Yeah, this is right because
no ponies in the left half.
In the left half.
But if row 1 is wrong, then one of those puffin spots could be a dog.
Correct. So
tickets.
Should we just start over?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's put the 2 dogs down here. We know that's right.
Because dogs have to be on the outside edges, they have to be adjacent, and the dogs have to be between things in row C.
Right.
Okay.
So this
Right.
would have to be a dog. And if they sit between
Puffins,
puffins,
then at least we know that one's
this
a
has
puffin.
to be a puffin. Which still works with this because there's no adjacent toys of the same kind.
Okay. Okay, so D column, both dogs are somewhere above both ponies, so we're still okay on that. Which means that one of these has to be a dog.
Right.
But this could also be a pony, so we don't want to get too crazy.
Right.
Both dogs are somewhere between the ponies in E.
Which these could both be dogs.
No, one of these would have to be a pony.
E. Both dogs are somewhere between the ponies?
So it could be pony, dog, dog, pony.
Or it could be...
No, it's got to be that. That's the only option.
Yeah, it would have to
So
be.
it would have to be pony, dog, dog, pony.
Everything still looks consistent here. Which means
Oh, hang on. Let me read
has to
Brandon's
be
thing real quick.
a pony, and this has to be a dog.
Hang on. I've been feeling kind of sleepy, so I may have lurk for the rest of the stream. Before I do, I want to say this to you all and to V especially. In the past 7 months, I got fired from my job, caught coronavirus, got attacked, pretty much sustained a awful head injury, had to spend Christmas for the first time without seeing any family. On top of that, a few weeks ago, I found out my mom has cancer. I don't write this to make a pity party for myself, but I just want to let you know I'm still here, still breathing and smiling, and your streams have been momentally huge part of that. The streams have meant more than you can imagine to me. This warm community and welcoming and funny community has been beneficial for my health. I would lay awake at night unable to sleep, whether physical pain or mentally burned out, and I came across your streams on YouTube, V, and after a while something shifted and I found I could keep going, I could sleep, and I could hope. So happy stream anniversary, V and Holland and everyone. V, you're incredible human being over the next 5 years and beyond. I will be here supporting you and cheering you on. Ah! Thank you so much, Brandon. That's so sweet of you to say. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that it's been a positive community for you. I don't want to take credit for that, considering that I feel like everybody who participates is of equal value to build the community. And of course, the people that I stream with a lot, like Holland and even my mom. So I just really appreciate you saying all of that, and I'm glad that it has brought you some comfort. It's been a really hard year, it seems like, especially for you. So I'm grateful that you found the channel and that you are a part of it. Just please know that you're valued in the community, and I really appreciate you sharing all of that with us. Okay, did you figure it out?
I think so. Maybe.
First try!
It
We didn't reset.
I wonder if anyone else has seen these.
Do you want to save it right here or read it and then save it?
Read it and save it.
I see there's a lot you haven't come clean about with Elizabeth yet. Magnus? Looks like my track record's not the only one with a few smudges. You gonna tell me what's in that footlocker? Not a chance, Dagny, and I'm gonna be upfront with her. I just need to find the treasure first. Cash first, honesty second. A man after my own heart. I like it. Stop that. I'm nothing like you. Now, did you get the toy made or not? It's gotta be rawhide. Toomey won't touch the stuff. Aw, look at you, all self-conscious. Sure, I got it. The key to open the toys under Toomey's carrier on the ship. I tried to drop it off with you last night, but you weren't around. I was down at the docks. I just need to find a tool to scrape those barnacles away, but once I do, I'll have caught up to Lawrence. Finally. How strange after that after years of devices and contraptions that it should all come down to scraping detritus off a piece of driftwood. Bravo. I need to know you're with me, that you're going to see this through, just like we talked about when we started this project. We have a saying in the States, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm with you. Just don't forget you need me too. You try to cut me out and you'll see just how fast I can get mean. I'm just nervous, I guess. Someone's definitely on my tail. What if they catch up to me? Magnus, focus. Whoever they are, they're not your biggest threat. I am. I have no patience for spineless cowards. You disappear for more than 24 hours and I'll gladly burn your ship to the ground, then use the smoldering blackened remains to torch your cabin too. Don't mess with a professional. You've always had my word, Dagny. You still do. No need for that. Good, then we're done here. And some words I can't say.
Do we want to try?
Afram made smjorid. That's the best I could got.
There's nothing else in this.
The best I could got, I said.
The best I got.
So
that's it.
There's other stuff to the right. There's like that and the cabinet and
locked up tight.
That's the footlocker he was telling.
Maybe. Yeah.
What's her face?
And then this is
These
a whole new
must belong
puzzle.
with that reference I
but
saw
this one
earlier.
might take a while too.
4 of each color down and across.
So I'm thinking maybe we'll
No
start with
3
this next
together
time.
in a line.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. That sounded like perfect Icelandic as far as I know. Oh, thank you.
Let's do this.
That's done. Can't check that off. Haven't done. Can't check that. Still have to do. That's done. Still have to do that. Can't check. Still have to do that.
Alright, we'll leave it on our notes because that has the instructions.
Save again?
And save.
Thanks for coming over and joining me
You're
for a few
welcome.
hours.
Thank you for celebrating your stream anniversary with me.
No problem. All right, everybody. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll take our last break of the night. We still have an hour and a half-ish before I'm gonna pull for prizes. And wow, look at how it reflects in my eyeglasses. I feel like I look like a mom.
The librarian. When you do that with your glasses.
Whisper in the library. Anyway, so
that was a good blooby blob thing to do there.
So I'm gonna probably just set up for some Jackbox. We'll play just like a few rounds of Jackbox until about 9:30, 9:45, where I'll pull some winners and then we'll wrap up for the night. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys
watching. And we'll take our last break. Let me pull up some music again to leave us with. Oh, come on. All right.
And I will see you guys next time.
All right. My screens.